while there is video evidence, allow the jury to take a break every 60 minutes. Also, the courtroom is somewhat warm. I plan to address that also. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
We can bring the jury out, please. Counsel stipulate, please.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few matters to address. If you have noticed, you will notice that the courtroom is fairly warm, and the court does not know what the temperature is in the deliberation room, but if it becomes too warm or too cold, just indicate to the court that the temperature needs to be adjusted. Secondly, because we are going to hear more video evidence today, what the court intends to do is take a break every 60 minutes rather than taking the regular breaks at 11:15 and 3:15. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
May I have 1 moment, please, Your Honor?
Morning. You may be seated. Thank you. Detective Kimball. Are we ready, Attorney Felsen?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
1 moment, please. I'm sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May I inquire, Your Honor?
Yes.
Good morning, Detective Kimball.
Morning, sir.
Detective Kimball, where we left off yesterday, you had testified that you had an opportunity to interview the defendant subsequent to June 2nd, 2019. Is that correct?
That's correct.
What date did you interview the defendant?
It'd be June 6th, 2019.
And between June 2nd, 2019 and June 6th, 2019, did you become aware of States Exhibits 74 and 75, which I showed you yesterday in court?
Yes.
Where did the interview with the defendant take place on June 6, 2019?
It took place at the offices of Andrew Bowman, 1804 Post Road East in Westport, which was her attorney at the time.
Where in Attorney Bowman's office did it take place?
There was a conference room in the on the first floor where we all met.
Describe the conference room for the jury.
It was a relatively large room. Large table, multiple chairs. Dimension was probably 20 feet deep by 15 feet wide, approximately. It was a relatively large conference room.
How were the arrangements made for this next interview to take place?
My sergeant, Ken Ventresca, received a phone call from State's Attorney Richard Colangelo to contact Andrew Bowman that Michelle Troconis wanted to talk.
Approximately what time on June 6, 2019 did this interview take place?
Approximately between 1 and 2 p.m.
Who was present from the state police at the outset of the interview?
The outset was myself, Detective Corey Clabby, my Sergeant Ken Ventresca, and Detective Allison Peters, who was the administrative trooper at Troop G at the time. And then, of course, Michelle Troconis and Andrew Bowman.
Did anyone else join the interview as it progressed?
Yes.
Who was that?
State's Attorney Richard Colangelo.
And Mr. Colangelo, in 2019, was the state's attorney of the Stanford-Norwalk Judicial District. Is that correct?
That's correct.
He has since retired, is that right?
Correct.
Was this interview also recorded?
It was, yes.
How was this interview recorded?
There were 2 cameras set up, brought in by us, and set up essentially opposite corners of the room to document the interview.
During the interview, did the defendant appear to be under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No.
What language did you communicate with the defendant in during this interview?
In English.
Did the defendant ever request the assistance of an interpreter for this interview?
No.
Did her attorney ever request the assistance of an interpreter for this interview?
No.
Where was the defendant positioned during the interview?
The defendant was positioned right inside the entry door, basically in front of where I was sitting. Everyone else was seated to her right or opposite her.
And specifically with respect to you, where were you positioned?
I was positioned at the end of the table, adjacent to where she was sitting, on catty corner to her.
You testified that Attorney Bowman was present. Where was he positioned?
He was positioned directly to Michelle Troconis' right side.
And have you watched this recording in preparation for your testimony today?
Yes.
I have this marked, Your Honor.
Yes.
This is 78 for ID. Mr. Schoenhorn, do you have an objection?
No, I have no objection.
Move 78 in.
State 78, admitted as a full exhibit.
Permission to publish 78?
Yes.
I'm sorry. There should be some. I'm sorry, Your Honor, we're just trying to figure out the sound situation.
It's shut off at the bottom.
Oh, here you go.
Right there.
Thank you. There we go.
Now be the T guy, right?
Two, one's just a fail-safe, don't get spooked out. I'm here just for support these guys and the boss, so I'm just gonna be, we're gonna be in the background, so, you know, it's not a.
But is this a television?
No, this is recorded specifically for us. And to protect you as well. So we don't think this is enough. How are you doing? Better than being where you were, right? Right. You had a chance to talk with your attorney, Mr. Bowman, right? He's here with you. I just want you to know that I just came from the state's attorney for financial representing in this case. And I had over an hour time to talk to him about this case. So this is coming from him, okay? This is your chance. Right now, you're charged with entering prosecution and tampering with evidence, okay? This is your chance, if you want to see your family and your daughter and your mother and not get charged with murder. This is your chance, and it's your one and only chance. You have to tell us. We know you weren't there. We know you were lying to us last time. We want to know who was involved and where Jennifer is. Who was involved in the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos, and who and where Jennifer Dulos is right now. We know you know. And we just want you to come clean and tell us everything that you know. That's coming straight from the state's attorney. You want me to convey that, okay?
She understands that she waived her right to us every day. It's still offensive.
It's still in effect. You're talking to us voluntarily. You don't have to talk to us. You're here. You're not in custody. We're here at your attorney's office in Westport. He's our other way to explain to you.
She understands that she's going to answer your questions truthfully.
Okay.
We may all have differing views of what she knows, but she's going to answer your questions truthfully.
Okay. So you wanted to talk to us today, right?
Well, you guys wanted to
All
talk
right.
and I
Okay.
said
So
yes.
tell us everything you know about the night of May 23rd, going into the morning of May 24th, and the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos from her home in New Canaan.
Okay, like
Just-
the timeline?
Yeah, just tell them from Thursday night, they're asking you through Friday.
I might not be accurate with the times.
As best you can.
But,
Best you can.
but my daughter called me, the room of my daughter is, you guys be in the house and
We personally have not, but we understand.
the room, it's once you get up the stairs, and then, I don't know, you walk 3 meters, and
All
it's,
right. Jennifer, I'm just going to stop you just for a second. Or excuse me, Michelle.
I mean, it's okay, I can go faster.
No. You know that we've done search warrants, executed search warrants at Fort Jefferson in Farmington, right?
That you are inside the house looking for things, yes,
And that's where you live,
yes,
Fort Jefferson Crossing,
yes,
and you live there with Fotus, Dulos,
and my daughter Nicole,
and your daughter Nicole.
yes,
And how old is Nicole?
12,
Okay. You have to understand that we have more information than we had last time we spoke.
okay,
So do you remember when we talked about how we felt that you were going through a list or a script?
yes,
Okay. We found that piece of paper, those papers.
yes,
Okay. We don't need to go through those. We need to know, what do you know about what happened to Jennifer Dulos
okay,
on the 24th of May and where her body is? We have enough information right now for Fotus for murder.
okay,
Right now, you were not arrested for murder, he's not arrested for murder. You both are arrested for tampering with evidence and hindering prosecution.
yes,
In all likelihood, he will be arrested for murder. You need to tell us what you know. This is coming from the state's attorney. Just listen. You need to tell us what you know about Jennifer's murder and Fotus Dulos We know that you weren't there at the murder scene at the time. We know you have information. And we need to know that. We do not want to go through, listen to me, we don't want to go through the script because we found the script. And if we start to review the script, the rehearsed story that we found documentation of, our instructions from the state's attorney are out that door. And when we walk out that door, that will be it. This is coming from the state's attorney. So please tell, I don't want to hear the script. I want to hear what happened to Jennifer, and I want to hear who was involved in her murder.
I don't know. You're asking me something that I don't know. But can I say something? Don't get upset to me.
I'm not upset. I just want you to understand where we're
When
from.
you say rehearsal, it's not a rehearsal. It's Sunday.
Okay, you'll have a chance. We found a piece of paper that mirrors your statement to us. We don't want to talk about that. We want to talk
What
about.
do you want me to tell you? You told me
Just,
from
let me try to. What he's asking you is to tell them what you did, what you heard, what you saw, what you knew from Thursday night on.
Thursday night, I went to sleep with my daughter. I woke up at the same time that I usually woke up, besides on
Was
Thursdays.
there Thursday?
Yes.
He was there all night. Did you leave?
Well, I left the room at 12:59 because there was thunderstorm. My daughter called me. You guys have my phone, and you can see that I talked to my daughter.
Well, we can see that you may have talked to your daughter, but we can also see that there were no thunderstorms in Farmington that evening.
I don't know if thunderstorm. It was
You just said
raining.
thunderstorm.
I know, but
There was almost zero precipitation that evening.
Okay.
I just want you to know.
okay.
Just going to pause the video at 6 minutes and 49 seconds. Detective Kimball, you indicated to the defendant that there was zero precipitation that evening. Where did you get that information?
Got that from two sources. I got that from weatherunderground.com and timeanddate.com, two websites on historical weather.
And what area was that historical, well, beginning with Weather Underground, what area of Connecticut were you researching?
I was researching Farmington.
And what area did it display?
It displayed weather from Brainerd Airport in Hartford, which is approximately 24 miles to the northeast.
Okay, and with respect to time and date?
Oh, I'm sorry, 2019, May 24, at approximately between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. And so did you, well, let me ask you this. Were you trying to be deceptive with her, or was this the best information that you had at the time?
I was not trying to be deceptive. That was the information I had at the time.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And checking out every aspect that we can of your story, and your story has some significant problems.
Okay.
Okay, so you were with your daughter.
My daughter called me at 12:59, I believe.
I don't, okay, so you slept
And I
with
slept
Nicole
with her
that night?
until 6:40, yes, that alarm.
When you left the bed with Fotus, was he there in the bed?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so at 1
12:59.
o'clock in the morning, you went in with Nicole?
Yes.
Okay, and then go ahead from there.
I slept with her, her alarm and mine are set up at, I think hers is at 6:35, mine for sure, 6:40. We woke up, she takes showers, I go to my room, I also do the same thing.
Is Fotus there?
He was there, and we woke up,
He was there at the house.
he was in the house.
Okay. So what if I were to tell you that I have evidence that he was not in the house at that time? That morning. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be over dramatic. I don't want to,
Okay.
this is not, listen, this is not any kind of threat. I just want you to understand. You have a daughter who's 12 years old. You have a mother. How old is your mom?
60.
Okay. All right. You want to see that, right? You don't want to go to prison. You don't want to get arrested for it.
Can I just chime in? Michelle, I'm sure you got released from the court, right, behind your own. Have you looked at the news at all? Have you seen your face plastered? I mean, I'll be honest with you, you're probably one of the most hated women in America right now. And I'm not being mean.
I know.
So, this is like the golden ticket. If you know where he could have done something and could have, or he frequents, if you could tip us off, maybe he said something in jest, something in passing that you can say, you know what, that rings a bell. Maybe.
All right, let me try to,
Okay.
if you wanna know, where he, frequents, where the possibilities are that he could have done something, we have spent time in doing that. But, you know, you're asking her about that morning. And I think she understands, you know, what she's facing. Are you sure that Fotus was there that morning? When you woke up?
Well, I slept with Nicole, so I believe he was, but now that you tell me he wasn't, he wasn't.
Did you see him that morning?
No, I did not see him, like,
So I think Michelle, that helps us. It does, that's huge.
okay,
So stuff like that.
okay.
That's the honest thing we're looking for. We remember that was for certain. He was there the other day, and then we.
Well, because we take
We're not
shots
gonna-
almost every day
Okay,
together,
right.
so like, I get paranoid because it's not like,
Okay, well,
if you
first
tell
thing
me what I do, like even on Monday, I was trying to do the timeline and I couldn't think like what happened on Monday.
Okay.
We're not ready.
Let's take a breath here,
Yes.
okay? You're in my office,
Okay.
all right? I want you to just tell the truth and relax, all right?
Can I just cut to the chase here? Do you know where she is, and can you please tell us, or at least lead us in the right direction?
I don't know, but I,
And then we can worry about the other stuff later, because right now we need to find Jennifer.
okay, I don't know, but.
Can we see what you have?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect, okay.
Just get away from all that.
Okay, all right, this is, she's done 2 drawings here, okay? And, the first, the one on the left side, is a drawing of where they used to go motorcycling.
In the back of the
In
house.
the back of the
Water
house.
property.
Oh, for Jefferson Crossing.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Can I explain?
absolutely.
We discovered this road last year. These are like the tower electricity, and this is the, you told me the D what?
Environmental protection,
Can that be?
Go
Is
ahead,
there?
just tell them what you know.
So we go with the motos, we go into this route,
Where's Fort Jefferson?
this house.
Okay, so
This is-
this is Jefferson Crossing here.
Yes, well, I'm missing one more.
That's,
This is the trampoline, the playground,
okay, so you ride out of Fort Jefferson.
in the back, we go
Jefferson
through the
Crossing.
back of these 2 houses. This guy's upset because we're not supposed to ride
We
there.
know that.
Huh?
We know which one there.
Okay, Gerard, no? So we get to the gravel, we go, at some point, we get out, because there's like another road for vehicles that are supposed to be around this. And then we go, like, there's like a trail that's made by people doing mountain bike, walking, the dogs or whatever. Motos are not allowed here. And we go, and this is like more trees and more off-road. Then we go. There's a little stream, we pass that, then this becomes like an open field. That here there's a reservoir, because one time we kept going and we saw it and we turned back because the police saw us, no? And then we go back and we go here and we go back to the gravel and into the house.
Okay.
That we started doing last year. Around September, we discovered, I'm not 100%, but more or less. And the last time we went, for 2 times, we've done a different road. Once we get here, this is an open field. Again, this becomes trees. There's a row of houses here. We go, we do moto, and then this is 44, and then we go back on 44 directly to Jefferson, because if we come this way, he gets
So
upset.
this is an area that you're familiar with, and that Fotus is familiar with, you're telling me?
Yes, but familiar at the most 50
Yeah.
times.
Alright, because I see it says 15 times,
Yes,
this is 2 times.
The one that is longer, and in these 2 times, there's one that was another big. Because you cross 44, there's like a plant,
These are 2 different things, right?
yes.
Right. Just ask you, as far as this piece of paper goes, Michelle, why are you showing us this? When we're asking you about Jennifer Dulos, why are you showing us this?
Because Auntie said, is there anything else where you usually go with Fotis or you do things? And I said, well, we go more. I mean, the pond is like the place where we go the most. That we're
The Avon.
Yes, that's where we go from
Sports
here
and stuff.
to the end of when the competition, the King of the Pond, which is at the end of September. We pretty much, if the days are pretty, we go almost every day.
Do you know if you or Fotus went to this area around the 24th of May?
No, I mean, no.
You didn't. Do you know if Fotus did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
The last time I went with Fotis, it was like about 3 weeks ago in Babel.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you all went riding your motorcycles?
Each, yes.
Okay, through that property?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just out of curiosity, do you guys normally have your cell phones with you?
I
just
do
told-
because of Nicole and
Yeah, what
have
about
about,
Fotus?
no, I think he lives there.
Does he normally, I mean, he has that business right in the forecourt. That's his
Yeah.
business. He owns it. Is he like the owner or the of the?
I don't understand
But
it,
I mean, that's his business phone, the 8625 number. Does he usually carry that phone?
yes. If that's his cell phone, which is the same one from the company.
Does he usually have the phone with him?
Yes, but I don't know riding because I'm the one who yet takes a back.
How about water skiing? Does he usually carry it? Is it on the
Yes.
boat? Because we're told it's on the boat when he water skis. Okay.
Who's in the boat? Fotis, yes.
That phone is with
Ah,
the boat,
yes,
so
yes,
he keeps it with him a lot, right?
yes.
Because that's his business phone, the 8625
Yeah,
number.
I don't remember. but
864
it's only
78.
one.
Okay. All right, so you're showing us just because this is an area that you and Fotis are familiar, where the
Yes.
Fotis is familiar. But you-
Aunties ask me, tell me please, where do you usually frequently go or spend time? So I told him, well, the pond, one,
Mhm.
this we've done, and then the lots. Where,
What's this?
no, this is how I was explaining.
These are the lots that she has previously talked to you about. Why don't you explain what this is, okay?
Okay.
So at the upper left,
Well, for group or Fotis, he owns 585 Deer Cliff,
Mhm.
which is like 100 meters from Jefferson Crossing.
Mhm.
This is a tear down, this is a lot that is for sale.
Mhm.
Then Deer Cliff, I was explaining earlier, it becomes like Eli Road. He with his Stefan, that is from Coldwell Bank, is a realtor and a friend.
Stefan is a realtor?
Stefan Rage.
Okay.
Fotis that I think yesterday, the day before I passed by and I didn't see the signs anymore. But there were signs of four group because the way Fotis arranged with some people that has lots is like, well, let's make a package for the MLS and the package with the house, and if they buy the package with doing a project of building a home, I do the home and the lot
So
is
these are
of the-
4 subdivided lots, you're saying?
Well, I don't know if there's more, but from what I remember, it's 4.
Okay.
So they're in this corner, and you can call Stefan Rage and ask him.
So that's on the
This is
radio.
the,
area I see.
this is the Mountain Spring area?
Well, Mountain Spring is this road, which is Amina.
Isn't that a little, it's a little cul-de-sac, right? There's a couple houses already, and there's
Where?
that area you're talking about?
This one, there's no construction here, so
Okay.
so
What road is that?
It's
it's in
the line.
in Old Mountain Spring.
So now,
All Mountain Roads.
now, when you were there that day with Fotis, you told us you were there in the Queen.
No, but that's here in Alien Mountain.
Okay.
Can we just finish this drawing? Do you mind? All right, so.
So then, Old Mountain Road,
Mm-hmm.
there's other 3 lots of, the owner is called Mr. Godfrey. He lives here with his wife, and at some point with T-Leaf, which is another realtor, broker, whatever, real estate, they arrange the same thing, that if they sell a project with 4 group deals, and the lot is of the owner, and there's 3 lots here. But this, I think about a month ago, the Godfrey, the owner, gave it to the son that's also a realtor. So 4 group has nothing to do anymore with these 3.
So is
But
Mr.
I
Godfrey 3 lots, it's on Old Mountain Road?
Yes,
Okay. And it's, how far away is it from these?
in car.
Is there a crossroad? This is near a crossroad, what is this near, you know, or do you know the address, Mr. Godfrey? Okay,
You can call Prop Shufria, which is from T-Leaf.
what's tea leaf?
It's a
So
like
different.
a-
It's a realtor.
Yeah, like Coldwell Bank
Okay,
or
It's a true name.
here's some other,
so then this is Mountain Spring Road, but you have Typhoid Road. Well, this is longer, but I didn't know that. So Mr. Juan, he's a doctor, also had these 3 lots and did the same with Fotus, but this sold like 3 weeks ago. A guy came and bought the whole 3 lots, supposedly.
Bro, he was frequenting those lots, Fotis, so that's just some lots that you know that you
Well,
couldn't.
I've walked this, like I walked this lot maybe like 3 or 2 weeks ago with the people that bought them. The couple came, the husband and the wife. And we walked all the way up because he wanted to see the highest point to build a home and not be around like other homes. So yes, the 4 of us, we walked this, but that was my only time that I walked this particular lot. This one I've never walked, this one I've walked them like probably like 5 times with different clients. Then there's like a lot in between, or I don't know what, and then these 3 lots belongs to Fotis, but in 80 it's the house.
that's 84, 88.
Yes. This one he just sold it to the Pavlonis,
Which one?
the 88. Pavlonis. They did a deposit of 50,000 and they were working on the drawings. I met with him. I saw him on Thursday, the 23rd, in the office around 3. And I left because I had to pick up Nicole, but they were talking about the budget with Fotis and Beef. Fotis built his home in 77, that people are living there already. And then there's another cul-de-sac called Olcott.
That's the one I was thinking of, all count.
Okay, Fotis just sold this lot to the owner of 77 that apparently he bought it to build a home for his son, but Fotis has, for what I know, he has nothing to do with construction because Metaphor, I think it's that one, I'm not correct. They are builders as well, so he's building a house for the son. So all these places I've walked, besides not this, but the rest I've walked with Fotis. I've even driven my motorcycle around here in the past, in the lots.
No, it's not very old. While we're talking about these locations, especially even the water property, have you guys, when you guys are back there dirt biking or going for walks or anything, has he ever made any comments, hey, this is a good place to, this is super private back here, is this, you know, has he ever made any comments
Yeah, this is
about
like a paradise for me.
paradise or, hey, if you're gonna kill someone, I'd throw him back here, because he'll let fuck. You know, I'm just saying things in general. Alright.
We talked that this is a paradise for a motorcycle. Obviously, we knew that it's kind of illegal because you're not supposed to ride there, but it was like,
Okay. Alright, so I just want to ask my question. You can't say that you saw Fotus from the moment you woke up until about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the day of the 24th, correct?
Yes.
Based on what you told us, so that you,
In my mind,
not in your mind,
when
what
he
you can.
corrected me, I thought because that's how it is daily based, he was in the office.
You don't know for a fact you didn't see him.
No, I did not.
And it's a large home, so.
So when you did see Fotus that day,
Stop the video at 24:01. Detective, the defendant just indicated to you that she did not see Fotus in the office, is that correct?
Correct.
What had she told you on June 2nd about seeing Fotus in the office?
She said that she went to the office and she saw a meeting between Kent Moeni and Fotus Dulos. She saw him.
Thank you, sir.
Warren,
No, a little bit before because we had lunch.
but I remember from the other day when you and I spoke, that you had said it was sometime between 1 and 2.
Yes, but then again, I don't have my phone, so I did receive a call from him at 1:50. What was it? It's somewhere in the paper, 53 or 57. So obviously we
But when you gave this time to your attorney, you didn't have your phone,
No, the phone was taken away.
so
I got
we're-
AT&T, I got into AT&T.
we're asking kind of like general questions, like, is he there or not? But you really shouldn't need your phone to remember accurately. Like, was Fotus at the house? Was he in the shower with you or not? On the morning, that's what you're saying. We're not looking to pin you down on time.
I know,
Well, maybe he wasn't, but he wasn't, right?
No, he wasn't. I'll tell you, because I'm so used to taking showers
All right,
with him.
for sure.
In my mind, when I'm nervous.
Okay, well,
I'm trying to get to a point.
Okay.
And my point is that when you're eventually at the other properties with Fotus, he's out doing something. Just explain to us honestly how much you really did or didn't see, what he was doing or where he was. Because we've already determined that initially, whether you meant to be or not, you were untruthful with us about where Fotus was and what you knew. Okay? I'm not saying you were lying, I'm just saying that the information you've now come forward that you didn't really know what you were saying you didn't know. So when he was walking around the property where you guys were, which was what? Mountain Spring?
80 Mountain Spring.
You mean here?
Yes.
Yes. Did you really see what he was doing
I
or no?
thought I saw him fixing the ribbons. They were like pink ribbons that he covers so people don't step. Because when they do the open houses, people park in the grass and he gets upset.
Did you see him for a handful of hours or
No,
just a few
because
minutes?
I wasn't there 3 hours. I was just there for a period of time. I went inside to clean and I actually was upset because I'm like, I don't want to clean this house, but I always get upset, I get grumpy of doing something that I don't want to do.
Okay.
And I went up, I saw the counter, and I even told Andy, they were like, not poop, but something of an animal, like in front of the fireplace. And I went in and cleaned it. So I was inside the house. And then I would go out to talk because the receptions in all this area, you have to look, even in the house for Jefferson to talk, the best is WhatsApp. Or in the end of Fotis' office, or in the kitchen, or outside in the garage. So I'm usually walking around places to find.
So was Fotus often in the woodline or in the, the backwoods of these areas doing stuff other than motorcycling or?
No, but we were motorcycling that day.
I'm just saying other than you suggested. Does he often go for walks or?
He likes gardening, like in Jefferson, he's all the time doing gardening.
Okay.
Picking up, like even, I think it was Monday that I told you.
But what
That
the
day,
detective is asking,
that day,
what the detective is asking you
I-
is, are there areas around, Mountain Spring or anywhere that he likes to go? In addition to the motorbiking?
the only place to go moto is here. Me, myself, I've done it a couple of times in these 2 lots, but no, I mean, I don't know if he has another place that I don't know, but with me, no.
Going back to the morning of May 25th. It's a Friday. 24th. 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 Was Kent at the house that morning?
Yes. Kent, I did see.
And what was he doing at the house?
He had a meeting with Fotis.
Okay, so you just told us that you know if Fotus was at the house the morning of May 24th. But now you're telling us that Kent was at the house having a meeting with Fotus the morning of May 24th. So you need to decide which it is.
Bueno, he said he was in a meeting,
You.
Kent, that he was having a meeting, no, sorry. Fotis told me that he has a meeting with Kent. I saw Kent because I went up to pick up my computer. So Kent was at the end of the office where there's a glass table, and I saw Kent. I'm not crazy.
When did Fotis tell you that he was having a meeting with Kent? Because if you didn't see him that morning.
I think he told me the day before.
That he had a meeting scheduled with Kent the next day on the phone.
Yes. Even as when he called me in the afternoon in one of the calls, and I wrote it.
Go ahead.
He said, remember that Rania is bringing some clients on Saturday at 9 in the morning. We have to clean the house. That's why we had to kind
So
of.
the morning of May 24th, Friday,
Yes.
you saw Kent at the Fort Jefferson
Yes.
crossing.
Yes.
At about what time?
If I got home at 8:12, normally 8:15. 8:20, 8:30.
What, did you say anything to him? Did he respond?
I guess he said hi. I didn't really pay attention.
Okay. And what was he doing? He was in the hallway? Near the office?
In the far end of the office.
So he was in Fotus's office?
Yes.
Was Fotus also in the office?
In my head I thought, but like Andy said, did you see him? I said, no, I did not see Fotis.
And I don't want you to, I mean, your attorney can't help you as far as I know. Remember what you saw. He may even be able to help you express what you remember. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just trying to ask.
I'm telling you,
Did you, the morning when you saw Kent in Fotus's office, Friday morning,
yes.
you remember seeing Fotus in the office with him?
No,
Okay.
I did see him. He was wearing a light jacket, I don't know, blue.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was light, but I cannot tell you exactly. Then I went down and I opened my computer like I do. I made an omelette. I think I sent an email to the school, to Leanne, because I have the record in my computer, in my emails.
Okay. Do you normally do you have a question?
I got some stuff in my head that I want to explain, but
Go ahead.
stuff or anything. So Kent property. I'm just thinking about your property. Where is your ring doorbell system now?
Where's the
The
what?
ring doorbell that's from the front of your house. Fotis removed that ring doorbell? Do you guys ever have the video surveillance system in front of the house? That Fotis had, like a ring doorbell, you know, the ones that all the neighbors have that you video? Security.
It has a camera in the doorbell.
I don't know, for what I know, we
Okay.
never had cameras in the house. We
Not in the
don't
house,
have
outside.
alarm. No, the one that has cameras and you can knock, it's the neighbor. And you
Well,
can ask them and then you can see me going in and out all the time.
We already, that was like, secondly, the other thing I was just thinking before it slips my mind is, Howell's Red Tacoma. That's common for that to be left at Deer Cliff, because we know Powell had the raptor.
Yeah, because the way it works is that Pavel, because they don't, Fotis doesn't want to put too many mileage in the cars, like, I mean, he wants to keep it.
So Fotis drives the Tacoma. We'll drive the Red Tacoma. Do you have access to it?
Fotis has 3 cars, the Cherokee, the Suburban, and the Raptor.
Right.
And Pavel has the Toyota, pickup Toyota.
Okay.
So usually Pavel doesn't drive the Toyota to New Canaan because it's his car and he takes cars from the company.
Correct.
The only 2 cars that he usually takes, because the Suburban is kept more for Fotis to If he needs it like Wednesdays or Saturdays or Sundays with the kids, he takes the Suburban. And Pavel uses either the pickup truck or the Cherokee. And me, I use whatever of those 3 cars are left in the house. Because I use a lot the Raptor, I use a lot the Cherokee, and I use a lot the Suburban. Those are the only 3 cars. And Pavel always leaves his car in.
So what did you drive that day, the Friday the 24th, when you went to Stop and Shop at 10 a.m.? You drove the white Jeep, right?
Yes.
So we can rule that one, right?
You what?
The white Jeep you drove on Friday morning, or something.
Yes.
The Stop and Shop at 10 o'clock, you bought, I think, that cheese and a couple of things from there.
Yes, I can prosciutto,
Yeah.
for sure, monster
It's
cheese.
very good, but
Hard.
it's
The what?
Prosciutto is good.
And you can look, I mean, the date of the prosciutto must be in the package inside the refrigerator.
Yeah. So you have white Jeep that day, right?
It's not my
Pablo,
car, it's.
But you're driving,
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Pavel has the black Raptor.
In my head, yes,
In
I
your head.
didn't see Pavel, I didn't see the Raptor. But usually, if the white car is there, it's because Pavel took the.
So you took the white Cherokee that day to Stop and Shop because that was the only car left. Right, your Fotus was not home.
No, but I don't know why I think the Suburban was there. The black car, the black Suburban,
Was there?
I think it was.
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
doubting, but
Okay.
because you guys
No,
obviously.
just anything you can,
I
just think of
think
in your
in my
mind.
head it was, but maybe I'm wrong, and I don't know. I don't want to say something,
No,
but then you tell me you told me this.
Oh, we know you had the white, we know you had your white Jeep Grand Cherokee that morning. We know you went shopping. We know you weren't down
Yes, I
there.
even took a
We
picture
know
of the
that.
stupid.
Yeah, so all that little nitty gritty stuff, what we, like, I just want to let you know, we know where you were, not the way. You went to school, you went to Stop and Shop. Safe to say.
No, I went to school, I came back to the house.
Well, I'm just saying, you know you're up in the area running errands and doing your motherly things and stuff.
I left up the purse,
Right,
I also saw Hodge and the secretary
yes,
at the warehouse
Yeah.
at like around, I don't know, 9:10, 9:15. I mean, you can call him, I saw him with my eyes.
so just to be clear, I know we're all on the same page, but we know you didn't come down to the canyon. We know you didn't go in that garage, kill Jennifer.
I
This
didn't
isn't,
know if she
so we're not-
lives to start with,
right,
like
so-
I've never been down there.
I understand that.
we understand that. So we're just trying to account for some vehicles and possibly you obviously know where Fotus the best. I mean, you guys are a couple, right? You live together. So we were just hoping you could help lead investigators to Jennifer.
Okay.
And maybe that would be
I
a
was
good fit.
telling Andy, in my head, a lot of times he's in the office, in my head. Now,
Right,
I mean, I always, and even my mom would call me, what are you doing? No, I'm here in the kitchen, sending whatever. And thought this man, he's in the office, in my head. Now, I obviously, everything is a doubt because I don't know 100% if he's in the
and
office.
you look at his track record with relationships, I mean, not too good. He left his wife, you guys hit it off, I'm not saying you're in the wrong,
No, he left the first
but
wife
the
for the
first,
second.
yes. He killed the last one,
For Jennifer.
I'm
He was
just,
dating the second wife while he was married to the first.
so he doesn't have a good track record
And
with
then
women.
he's
and-
dating
and
you
he-
while he's married to the second.
Yes.
It's just what he does.
So that's what he does.
That's what he does.
So if he's gonna lie, I mean,
But the first one, I don't think he's dead, she's dead.
Doesn't matter.
no, I'm saying his track record with relationships and lying and deception.
Okay, well, yes, I guess, yes.
Okay.
Do you,
I know, well.
okay, so I think, no question.
Michelle, do you make it a habit of keeping receipts?
Yes,
You do, you have a lot of receipts.
yes. I keep them, if you,
Where do you keep them?
what?
Where, when you keep a receipt, where do you put it?
I put them in my purse and they're like all messy. And then after a certain time, if you check my computer, I have a folder that says in Spanish gastos, which is expenses. And I put them monthly and then I go in my computer and check with the credit cards with my receipts because sometimes what you see the bank, it gives you numbers and I'm like, okay, I don't remember, but I go with my receipts.
How
You
often
can-
do you do that for monthly?
Like every 3 months.
Okay.
Now,
So
you can also go, and I must have another folder that says Vail,
this is what,
Vail,
there,
Vail, Colorado,
right?
and I keep all the receipts too, because at the end or stayed in Colorado, I have to, with the father of Nicole, I have to make the expenses because he gives me part of that money. We go half and half with everything that is with food, hotels, races. Well, if it's an equipment or something, he pays fully.
Business expense. Business expense? You wanna keep receipts for business expenses? Or you just wanna keep
No, for
receipts?
him, because he's never asked me, let me see the receipts to see if it's true that we're spending, but I keep them, and it's all in my computer. If you go and it says gastos, and it says 2018, 2017, 2019, you could find.
So if today you went to Starbucks and you got a receipt from Starbucks, what would you do with that receipt?
I put it in I throw it in my purse,
And then what?
and it stays there for probably 2 months.
Okay. So do you only have?
And I keep mostly, the ones that I carry is the ones from my credit card, but I also use Fotus credit card mostly for supermarket, for gas, because he puts the gas for the company. Supermarket he used, but I think it changed the law or something, and he said, I don't need any more of the receipts, but I leave them there in the kitchen.
You only have your purse with you?
Sorry?
You keep your purse with you, generally?
Usually I keep 2 purses, and actually one stayed in the kitchen, the brown one, and this one. But then I have all
So if you have a receipt today that you put in that purse?
If this is the one I'm using, yes. If it's the other one, it
Do
goes.
you leave it in the purse that you put it in, or you
Yes.
transfer
No.
the purse?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, so would you say that there should be a lot of receipts at your house, in your purse?
2 months worth of receipts?
Yes and no, because I've been bad with it in terms of like when it's with Fotis credit card, I try not
When
to.
did you last look at your credit card bill?
Yesterday.
Okay, so, yeah, but around the 24th. Like, when did you last go through your credit card bill? Early in May, or early?
I think on the 20th, when Fotis said that his lawyer said that we have to do a timeline to remember where we were or whatever, I think that day I went through my purse.
That's Jacob. Jacob.
Yes, I think it was Jacob or Rain.
Okay.
Now, and I went, I want to keep track, so I like verify that I
Alright,
was.
so you don't have to tell me what your lawyer told you to do, but.
So I have the receipts, and they stayed, I think, in the other purse, in the brown. And the ones lately I gave you yesterday. The ones.
So there should be a lot of receipts that you're trying to find out in the brown purse that was at Fort Jefferson Cross.
Yes,
Okay.
and probably ones from months ago.
What if why would it be that there aren't a lot of receipts in that purse? Is there a reason why?
Why there is a lot?
Well, why there are a few? In other words, why perhaps in the purse are the receipts that you were referring to on the 24th and not other receipts prior to that?
Because I fixed them when I had to do the timeline. I think this was Sunday that we did, like to write down in a paper that's probably the paper.
Sunday
you
the
found.
26th, right?
Sorry?
That would be 2 days after the 24th, the 26th.
Yes.
Okay.
I separated and I said it was a way to prove it myself that I
Okay,
was
so you want to go
informed.
back over your timeline, you want to establish your whereabouts certain times.
Well, not to prove if the police come like this, and I went to the supermarket, I went to, and I didn't buy that,
So you took the receipts, you gathered all the receipts at that time in order to construct the timeline for your whereabouts, is that what you're saying?
No, to have it as a proof in case you guys ask me, what were you? And I can go and say, listen, yes, it's true. I was in Stop and Shop at 9.
Sean, I have a question. So all those receipts that you discarded, you discarded
I
them?
don't discard it. I
Or-
keep them they're in my purses.
All of them for the last 2 months?
Yes, they are accumulated. I mean, well, I just gave them yesterday
Yeah.
to you, but can I open my purse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you do whatever
I
you want.
might have.
You can leave the room if you want.
This is.
Tell us to leave.
No, but I tell you, like, this is a. Well, I took, this is another receipt, like, I put them in, this is the thing to charge my food. Like, I keep my receipts, and they're basically, I throw them, and then keep, I'm home.
Do you mind if I look at the receipts?
How long you had that purse?
Since I left the house. When I bought it,
No, how long have you been using that receipt as a receptacle for your receipts? Or that purse for the receptacle of your receipts? How long have you been putting receipts in that purse? Since you had to leave before Jefferson?
yes, I bought
Okay,
this.
I have 2 receipts here, one from the 5th and one from the 5th. So 2 from yesterday. Any other receipts in there?
No, I gave him all the receipts yesterday when I came here.
Do you understand how it looks sometimes?
And then my mom, since I arrived here, my mom has been paying a lot, so I haven't bought that many things.
Look, you have to look at the fact that you're in the car when the trash is getting dumped. Okay, nobody in the world believes that you didn't know what was going on, what was not, what he was doing when he was throwing it out. There's no way you weren't asking, what are we doing, what is this stuff? This is abnormal, this is abnormal behavior, you did that too?
I think,
What
and
is it?
no, but can I
Absolutely.
explain?
That's what we're here.
We've done this in the past, to throw garbage. We've done it in Avon Pond, I've done it in your opinion with
So when you asked them,
but
what are you
my
doing, why are you doing this?
No,
Do you
I-
want to say?
It's
It's gonna be good, states, which you say,
Okay. Do you want to, well, if you're leaving the room, we're gonna. Oh,
You're here, no, I'm not going out, see, fine. Rachel, I love.
you don't should-
Yeah.
Let me just, Here, Bowman, nice to see you, sir. Trying to go over this all.
no, we're here for you. We want to
I
get.
feel like everything I say, I'm saying it wrong, so.
No, we're not expecting you to say like spot on. The things that we're asking, the information we're asking you
Can
for.
I go
Just
back?
listen. The information that we're asking you for is not required, should not require you to have your phone to be precise with times. We're asking in the morning of kind of questions. These are general questions right now, and you shouldn't have have your phone, or you shouldn't have to be referring to receipts. We're trying to get information on where Jennifer is and what happened to her and who was responsible for what happened to her. Because we have a pretty good idea what happened. We need to find her for the family.
And I understand.
And when the state's attorney Colangelo walks back in here in a minute or two, I think he may have a few things just to explain, because I feel like they're not telling us everything.
Okay, what I was explaining, that throwing out the garbage, for me, it's not, this is something new that we've done.
Okay.
What I was concerned was that I'd never been in that area.
Sure.
So I was like, why here? And yes, it was like construction and cars. I'm like, he would stop, someone honked. I'm like, you have to move the car. Then he moved it 3 meters and he stopped again. Like, it was like too much.
So what kind of question did you ask?
I said, why do we have to be doing that now?
And what did he say?
No, nothing. He's like, relax, everything is fine. It's just a few minutes. I was on the phone too. I was texting, talking, so it's not like I was like, let me see, like, and you have my phone, you can see that.
Right,
I was
we're not
there.
worried about showing that you're there. You placed yourself there. We understand.
I know, but it's not like,
We're
he
just
said,
going
you
by-
wanna go to Starbucks? I said, yes.
Right.
If I would have had my daughter, which I usually have her
Yeah.
after 3:30, when
Yeah.
she doesn't have activities of
Right.
school, because
But she had to play that night, right?
she had a play, I would have stayed at home. I would have not gone to Starbucks. That wasn't a plan that I was like, yeah. I went to Starbucks, I was alone in the house. I had to wait to pick up Nicole at 9 at night, because her play was from 7 to 9. I went as a companion, but if I knew he was doing something wrong, I would not even walked into that car. That's the part that I'm like, wow, I mean, if he really did this and he's putting myself.
You have to see from our side, when we first spoke to you, I asked you specifically about something you dropped in the sewer, and you pretended like you didn't know. 20 minutes later, now all of a sudden you know. The first time we talked to you, Fotus was in the house. The first time you told us that you were in the house and woke up, you took a shower with Fotus. Now you didn't take a shower with Fotus.
Okay.
So this is all going to come out and it makes you look like you're not telling the truth.
I know.
Like you're not telling the truth.
You told me that I'm like in panic and that I'm like.
I'm not trying to
my
panic
next
you, no, we want you to relax. We
I
want you to
can't,
relax.
like, how
because
can
we
you
want-
relax if I'm like, like a
First
murderer?
thing
I'm not trying to upset you.
First thing you do is you stop talking and you take some deep breaths. I understand you're nervous,
Just tell us.
okay? And we're not here to make you nervous. We want you to listen. Well, I'm trying to tell you how you can be less nervous. Breathe and just listen to what I'm saying. We want you to take your time and give us as accurate information as you possibly can, but give us all the information you can.
Okay.
Because if this comes down to a trial, you would have a jury of 12 people, and they would be told the story, and then they would have to say, is that a believable story? And I'm not sure they would believe your story. I'm saying.
So I think we were talking about the drive.
In my heart.
And I think you asked her, John asked, what did you say to, what did he say to you? Trip.
Yes.
It's your
It's basically, what I'm saying is that nobody is believing that you didn't know as you're going from can, throwing stuff out, dropping stuff in the sewer. No one's gonna believe that you didn't know what was going on. And then we retrieve these items and we've already told you what we retrieved. So,
The license plate.
more than that.
More than a lot.
More than that.
We're not gonna go over what we retrieved, just
Oh,
suffice
I
to say.
remember the license plate and
Right. Can you tell us anything about that license plate?
a pillow with blood. And you
Okay,
showed
Michelle,
the picture.
can you tell us anything about that
I
license?
don't, I didn't even know.
Did you ever see it?
No,
Alright, but you saw the mailer?
the FedEx,
Box.
well, what I saw was in a box, it was like an
Like
envelope.
a soft sided envelope?
Yes, it wasn't a box,
Okay.
it was an envelope, what
Did
I
you
saw.
see photos putting it into the store?
I saw it that I did see in the car, I don't remember if it was in the back or in my
That's fine.
feet.
That's fine.
That I do remember seeing. Now that they had license plates inside, I did not know. I did not know those license plates belong, and I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that they existed.
Okay. And that's possible, that's feasible. But given all of the information that you're driving.
And sorry,
Absolutely.
I don't remember if it was you or you told me that I handed it to him.
That's, yeah, that was.
And I said
Don't worry about
yes, but
Don't worry about
because
that.
I was nervous, I don't know if I handled it
Don't
or
worry
not.
about that. That's not, you saw it in the car.
But
It's on video being, okay.
both of you or someone of you
Don't
that night
worry about
asked
that.
me if I
Disregard that,
gave.
ignore that. And we've passed that, that's not an issue. It's not an issue.
Well, when I said that yes, I passed it.
Okay, we're starting over with that. Point, it was in the car, it's on video going into the drain, we pulled it out of the drain, we found what was inside. That's all we need to know. As far, and you're telling us you never saw him doing with anything with license?
No, I've seen those envelopes before in the office,
Okay,
underneath his printer,
okay.
because he sends a lot of, supposedly, he sends a lot of
But given what's going on, where he's driving the Raptor, you're riding, he's stopping at multiple locations, people are beeping, you're saying, hey, let's get out of
and
here.
I remember a fire truck.
When a fire truck goes by, and you ask him, why are we doing this?
No, why we're here in this
Why we're
area?
here? And he says what?
He said, relax, it's okay, it's just a few
And
minutes,
and are
right?
you saying that there was no other conversation about what was going on there?
I was on my phone texting,
that.
you can even verify
I
it.
don't need to do that. I'm asking you the conversations that aren't on the
There's
phone,
no
that were
calls.
going on between you and
Well, I
Fotus.
was a little bit upset because I didn't wanna be there. I didn't wanna be in that area, I've never been in that
Because you said
area.
what, creepy, you called it creepy. It's not a nice area,
I
right?
told it creepy to you guys, I don't think I said creepy to him.
Okay. But you knew you were somewhere you don't normally go, right? So you're-
Actually, when I went to the guy to see the GPS, I was driving with my mom and the GPS almost got me there and I'm like, I remember this, like this area, I think, and I told my mom, this is where I think we drove because, again, I think some of you said, or you told me that there was no construction. And I remember seeing.
We're talking about today,
Okay.
we're having this conversation now, don't worry about what you said or
Well,
what you
because
said.
I said things.
Just listen, please.
Well, this is a good time to take a break.
So after you guys were driving down, he was
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take our break until 11:20. Please do not discuss the case.
All rise. This honorable Superior Court now stands in recess. You can exit. back in session. Good morning, Your Honor.
Please be seated. Thank you.
Oh, we're missing the state.
All right, Bloom.
It's okay. Sorry. Let's see. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Do you want me to call? Just call that. Okay. I don't know. It's a new guy again. It's a different guy again. Sometimes they stand on there.
Restart.
Okay, I got it good. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be
We can bring Detective Kimball back in.
I don't think Mr. McGinnis is back yet, Your Honor.
He's, Your Honor, there's a jury coming for the other trial going on, so the elevators are a little.
This to my right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just watch it.
Thank you. We can bring the jury back in.
It's all yours. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Where's that page? I did good
This
stuff.
page.
Would counsel stipulate, please?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're going to resume playing the video at 53:49.
Thank you.
And do you remember any of the roadside roads?
I remember we went to one that was like, I believe it was like the avenue,
Yeah, that's Albany Avenue, that's the main
the
road.
main road.
Did you take a right
We took a,
and then
yes, a
went
right.
down? Do you happen to remember what road that was? Or what was nearby? Okay. You went down a little ways and then what happened? Took a left, and then you took another left, and then took a right? Okay, so you don't know the roads, that's
I do
fine.
know that we went in a loop, because at some point I
Okay.
think we went back to the same road.
They're asking if you.
During the loop, was anything thrown out? Did he stop and throw anything out?
I think he stopped somewhere
Where did he
in
stop?
a corner.
Corner?
In the corner, and what did he?
What kind of buildings? Was it houses,
No,
stores?
no, I think there was like a green area open in one of the corners.
In the laptop?
So there was an open area on the corner, and what did you put another bag in something? Was it a dumpster? Was it a green garbage can?
I wasn't looking, I don't know. I do remember that I think I saw something open, I don't know if it was green now, but like no construction.
Mm-hmm. How many times did he stop when before he got back to that
30
neighborhood?
times, I don't remember, if I stopped 30 times, I was in trouble.
Again,
because I
listen.
don't remember. 30 stops.
Listen, we're starting over. From the time, the main road, when you got off the main road until you got back onto the main road, he stopped how many times do you think? Once, twice, more than that? Can you remember? We're just asking.
I know, I'm trying, let me think, I mean,
Okay, I'll let you.
one for sure, otherwise I would not remember. And I think one, but I'm like scared to say, because if I say 5, you say no, it was 30, if I say 10, you say 6.
We're not getting just your
Okay, I think,
recollection, right?
my recollection is that.
One stop.
One stop that I remember in a corner.
Okay. Where there was some open space and green grass near that where you stopped?
There were buildings, but one spot, I don't know why, for one reason, I think it was open, unless I'm.
Well, I'll be honest with you, we don't know yet. We're gonna find out. We're just trying to have you help us find out, that's all. This isn't a
That's what I
trick
remember,
question
but
we're
maybe-
asking you.
Maybe and then there were like homes, like,
Homes,
you know, or.
housing
buildings.
projects,
Huh?
housing project homes, or regular?
What
Maybe
is
homes.
house projects?
Like apartments.
Apartments, like rows of apartment buildings.
It could be like a brick thing.
Did you only see bags being thrown out? Did you notice anything like a rug or anything?
The rug that was, he placed up alongside of the building, large rug that was rolled up. Okay, but that's, I don't know if you knew where that rug may have come from. Because he does have dumpsters on his properties, right? Otis? He's got,
You mean the home, that
Otis has regular access to dumpsters on his properties, but on his
the big
construction.
ones?
Yeah.
Yes, but when the big construction is done,
Well, yes, yes, you guys put your trash out on Fridays, right? Fridays is trash day for your neighborhood?
well, he puts them out on Thursday night.
Thursday night,
And I
right,
put
so
them
trash
on
is fine.
Friday morning.
So why go to the city of Hartford, dump the trash all over the city? That's,
We've done it before.
Why?
why?
I don't have like a.
You're a very smart woman, Michelle. You
I
know
know,
that.
but-
And you're not,
But because I don't know, he does it because he doesn't want to keep the bags in his house or in the construction area. But I don't know, like,
oh,
You said your place was right up the road.
so if
we've
we,
done it in the club.
so we look at historical phone records, we're gonna put you guys in Hartford together in the task dumping trash all over the city.
No, I said I've never been in that area.
So we're gonna put him in that area dumping trash in Hartford.
I don't know if he went before.
You said he went to Hartford before, does it all, he does it.
No, I said that we've done it in the past, not me, not in that area. I've done, well, not me, don't, but he's done with me in Avon, in the club, in the pond. We've done it.
Would you remember of?
You remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That's fine, you have a dumpster, you wanna throw something, I get that,
yes.
okay.
And we did it once when there was a home parade of something I think it was last year in New Canaan. I helped him in New Canaan.
And you can,
Yes,
okay. Have you ever been in New Canaan before?
yes,
How many times have you been in New Canaan?
in my whole life.
Before you said you'd never come down this way, so.
Well,
just
I
trying to
never
make
do.
sure.
I mean, like her house, I've never.
Okay.
But to 183 Hemlock, that it's a house that he constructed. Probably I've been there with the home parade. I think it was like 4 days in a row. I went every day.
When was that? Recently?
No, that was I think last year. It's like a tour that they do of homes, and one of his homes was in that tour. I went once again to take pictures. of that house with the photographer, well, we met there with the photographer, so that can be 5. I've been once that I went to interview last year.
I kind of wanna stop you for a second, because especially now that it's the plan.
Maybe
All right.
12 times I've been in New
All right,
York.
yeah, now State's Attorney Williams here, I want to distribute. This is not a meeting where we want to expand. We don't want to expand things. We don't want to name a whole bunch of things. We want to focus on what we believe you know. Right now, like I told you before, you're under arrest for certain things, not for murder.
Access word.
What?
Access word?
No, you're not.
No.
We're
You
not.
need to know, listen to me.
Try to listen.
I think you need to know who went down, communicated with Fotus on Friday the 24th and murdered Jennifer and where her body is. That's why we are here. We are not here to go back. Several times during this, I've heard you going back to the script. I don't want to go back to the script. I want to go forward. Okay? You have to know you lived with Fotus. You lived with him you lived with him during that time.
Let's talk about what led up to this. Fotus recently shaved his head bald and all the hair off his body, correct?
The hair, I think.
You did. When?
Why?
Because the skiing season is starting, and he said, can you do my hair? And he got out of the shower, and I said, yeah, and the machine wasn't.
We have pictures of him water skiing with full head of hair.
He's never done it in the past.
So quite honestly, that's a bunch of, it's a crock. Listen to me.
If you see
Listen to
pictures-
me. When did you shave his head?
2 weeks ago.
Did you shave it any more than one time?
Mhm.
Okay, I went to the State Police Academy. Monday morning, we had shaved heads. Friday morning, I was standing in the back at attention, and I would look out over a sea of stubble. If you shaved his head 2 weeks ago, he would not have had the appearance that he had the day that we spoke to him. It was shaved more, listen to me, it was shaved more recently than 2 weeks prior. So you need to tell us the truth.
The way I can prove it, if you go in his Instagram.
I don't want.
I checked it that day, or in my phone.
What's that day? On his Instagram?
It's in the Instagram.
Did you shave it after Jennifer went missing?
No, it was
Prior?
before, yes.
We met him on Saturday morning, so
No,
just trying to.
no, he shaved his head before.
And all the hair on his body as well?
No, that I didn't.
Because you did do that, right?
I know that, I don't know.
Is he routinely a groomer?
No, he does,
He does.
he does. The back, he walks in the same place where I walk. I got him the gift card for waxing his back. And he goes there or to a Chinese where I do my that's called fancy nails. That I don't get control of, like when he walks with shave or the head, he asked me, can you do my hair? I said, yes. If he got out of the shower, I went like this, the machine doesn't work. I turned the thing, I went again, it didn't work. I put it in 0 and obviously I got him bald. But, and the picture is in Instagram, and we made even a joke that.
Listen to me. We feel confident. Listen to me. We feel confident in a few things. First of all, I'm not saying you planned this. There was a lot of pre-planning that went into this.
Okay, but I think
Listen to
that
me.
told him.
There's a lot of pre-planning.
Michelle, tell me, did.
Absolutely.
No,
We're trying to
the
find
two
out,
attorneys here.
we're trying to find out what he did. We wouldn't be here. I would have talked to your attorney and asked you to come in if I thought in a second that you knew what he was gonna do. I wouldn't waste our time, because I would have just said, we'll arrest her. We're here, we're here because I think you could help, like they said, you can help yourself. Because there's information, whether you think about it, and it might be something simple like, hey, you know what? That day, he got out of the shower, he asked me to shave his head. It's the first time, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And he never asked me to do that before, but he asked me to do it that day. So for you, it's a normal day, he gets out of the shower, he shaved my head. You say, oh, I never did it before, but okay, I'll shave your head for you.
Yes, I did that.
Right, so, but that's information that
Okay.
they need. We're not saying you do what he's gonna do, but that's the stuff that they wanna talk to you about.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to, when they went to your house,
No, it's not in my house.
when
It's
they went to
from-
his house, there was things that they found that weren't there. They look at the closet, there's a section of stuff missing out of the closet.
Of which closet?
I don't have that until knowledge from the band people. I'll find out.
In the shoes, your shoes, in the closet, there's a section of them missing.
My shoes missing?
Shoes, yeah.
I only took this and
No,
I.
no, that's what I'm saying. So maybe you don't know what he did with them,
With my shoes?
but maybe you could say, hey, my closet, all the shelves have shoes on them.
No.
That's something,
Like, I don't have that many shoes.
okay.
So
But this is
the
what they're
only
asking
two
you.
shoes I took is this and a New Balance
Okay.
from my shoes, and I think a lot stayed like in the floor.
Do you have any flats that you wear?
Yes, I just bought 2 pairs on Saturday. A red one.
Alright, but that's, we're talking about before Friday.
If I had flats, my flats, I do have flats.
You
I
have-
have a red.
Would they be in the closet if you had them?
They can be
Should
usually.
they be in the house somewhere?
Yes, they can be in the mud room, in the TV room, in the family room, in Nicole's room.
So would it be weird to you if the police went in there and they searched the house and they didn't find any of your flats?
They weren't.
I'm asking you, would that be,
I know, yes, of course, but
okay,
I didn't know they took shoes.
well, we don't know, we searched, we didn't find any flats.
We can't
No,
take things that aren't there.
I have flats. I have 2 that are exactly the same, black and gold. That they have like a gold and it's like this.
Attorney McGinnis, can you
Dress
stop the video,
shoes,
please?
Flats.
Yes, sir.
Court would like to see the photographer, please. Mr. Photographer, would you approach, please?
1 hour, 7 minutes, and 12 seconds. We're going to resume playing from there.
Thank you.
Ones that have like a buckle that is silver.
So that's what, so this is what the point is not to trap you. We're not looking to do that.
Okay.
We're looking for information that can help us. See, because when he came back to Farmington, you know who he was with, or he was by himself. When you first saw
When I
him,
first saw him alone, yes, he went to the house. I mean, he was in the house saying, "Let's go and have lunch." I saw only him. I didn't see anybody else
where did you go to lunch?
in the kitchen. No.
Okay, and then he left the house and went by himself to,
Or that was him coming back after he.
what time did you have lunch, I guess?
My guess was around 12 and 1. I told them the other day from 1 to 2, but again, usually my lunch are from 12 to 2 at the most. In those periods, I eat.
Just don't eat.
You
Came home just based on his.
Right, but that was
That one night.
first, okay, but he first went to that house, not 80.
The house.
Okay.
First thing we have up the house is 119, yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. And when you first saw him, he was by himself. What car was he in?
When we're talking about
I didn't
cars.
see because I saw him, I was
You saw
up
him?
and I, he was
Okay.
down in the stairs, I said, can we go and eat? I said, yes, I went down, I took the pastel de papa, I here and we.
Sorry, how was it dressed?
Jeans, and he doesn't, from my knowledge, he only has, for what I remember, 2 blue jeans and one
I only
black.
wanna know what, how
And
he
a
was
light
dressed.
shirt, a light shirt,
Like a t-shirt?
yes.
Or like sleeves or no sleeves? Short sleeve?
Sleeves.
Short sleeve, not long sleeve?
No,
Like
like
this or-
like what I'm wearing,
Hold on, a collar? Did he have a collar?
like it's like what I'm wearing.
Like a polo shirt? Okay.
That's what I remember.
How did you know he was back in the house? Or that afternoon?
Because he said, he calls me Oni, he says Oni, and I was in Nicole's room, so I'm like, yes, we go and have lunch? And I went down and he was looking up and I was looking down, I said, yes, and we went and I went down the stairs.
Noon or 1, 1 to 2, you're not sure.
It's around that.
No, I said
Right.
12 to 1.
It's around that.
Did he appear normal to you? He was his normal self? Was there anything wrong with his hands, his arms, his body, anything? No?
Not that I,
Nothing that you noticed?
0.
No?
But just for history, Linda's affected, you're not sure how long, when he left in the morning, right? 'Cause you didn't see him. Once Nicole called you at 12:59 in the morning,
I went to
you went to her, and he may not have been there in the morning when you woke up. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Do you know if Fotus had a rash on his body in the days prior to this? Do you have anything wrong with his skin?
He said that he was getting poisonado,
When did he say
but
that?
I don't know if it was like, not that day, but I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday.
It was after the 24th that he said that. About the poison
I
ivy.
believe so.
And all this was going on for you guys. He said he's starting to get poison ivy.
I believe so, but
Okay.
again,
So-
I don't,
That's fine. Don't worry about me trying to lock him in. Now, is there any place on these properties where you've gotten poison ivy before?
yes,
Where?
in the motor, we've got
So
poison.
in the trails where you go motorcycle,
In this part
in this part of the trail,
that I fell with the
and
motor,
this is by the power homes.
yes, but before, this is like, I think it's called behind
Yeah.
our, like,
Okay.
huh?
Good. We're gonna try to get you a better picture.
I've fallen there before, and when I don't have the jacket and all the motor equipment, I've gotten poison ivy there.
Okay. It's very simple that you got it. It was very easy that you got it, right? You just,
Yeah,
because you weren't covered.
yeah.
Okay. Did he tell you where he was getting the poison ivy on his body? No, he just told you he was
And
getting
also,
it.
sorry, and in the pond, when I've gotten out of the water, I've gotten poison ivy too.
Which pond? The one behind the salt
Where
storage?
we
You
ski.
ski over.
I've gotten poison ivy in those 2 places, me.
Okay.
Court, really get the laptops to make
Can you
sure.
give us a show where it actually
What is that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Take a look.
If he runs the video, we're trying to go, not.
The way he usually dressed,
Clean shirt, I understand.
We, it's all right. He gets all the way to the attorney.
say that.
Too big for me.
And just make sure you're clean. We won't talk. I think that's good for 2.5 hours.
Officer Navis?
Yes, please, yeah. Well, who's that? Did we ask you any questions while your attorney was out?
Sorry?
Did we ask you any questions while your attorney was out of the room?
No, you said not to talk until he.
Perfect, thank you, go ahead.
About like 3 weeks ago, we went to visit this, there was this guy that he called Fotus, his name Nick. And he called,
Is Nick somebody new to you that you don't know?
yes, I saw him once that day and I said, that guy's creepy to Fotus. And he has, I don't know how many acres, like 20, 30 acres, close to the ski resort in Sundown. And so that area is called New Hartford.
Hartford.
And we went with the pickup truck to look at that land around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And the place is like very scary. And the guy was American, small, with mustache. He had like what you use to carry your pants. Suspenders. He had an old pickup and he showed us that piece of land for Fotis to see if he knew someone to sell it, but he was always talking, I have a helicopter and this is to sell it for celebrities. And Giselle Bundchen has a helicopter and he was talking about Bill Gates, and I mean, I'm like, okay. We got, Fotis got there, I got ticks, Fotis got ticks, and he got poison ivy there too. And this guy started calling Fotis like at 4:30 in the morning, like for 4 days in a row. I said, please block this guy, because this guy is like a...
Do you know what Nick was calling for us about?
Because he wanted Fotis to sell, to help him sell his property.
Okay.
If you go to that place, like he's in construction, he has machines very old, and they were like all parked around the place. And we passed by a place and he had like chainsaw, but like the size of this table, like a ghost with like a scary face, like everything he had, it was like a meat thing with a hook, like very creepy. And I remember I said, Fotis, call Pavel because we're gonna get killed here. And he called Pavel and Pavel was checking on us all the time, like calling us. And then I don't know what happened to this guy. I never heard from him again.
Alright, so we have a laptop here. It's a satellite view from Google. So here's Jefferson Crossing, here's 4 Jefferson Crossing, and here's Eli and Deercliff. So you guys would ride out.
So wait, this is Fotis' house.
Okay, alright, so that's fine.
Yeah, we
So-
go up here, all this is the line,
Alright, so you're
again.
traveling east through the woods, to behind the
We
property.
go behind here, that this guy gets upset. We go up here, because this looks like the power, can you open it
I'm
more?
doing it. Alright, so you're traveling along the southbound side of Jefferson. Yep,
We
and,
go up here,
yep, go ahead.
how do I go?
You gotta push down and then drag it. We'll zoom
Yes.
out there.
So, see, we go this,
It's a trail, this is where the power lines are?
all this is power
Yeah,
line.
because they gotta cut them. Okay.
And that's, is this the reservoir or
That
there's
looks like,
more?
that looks like, I don't know if that's all of it. There's a body of water here, there's a body of water here, I'm not familiar with it.
Bueno, okay, I don't know, I just know that we go out here, we do this, and then at some point we go in between here.
Yeah.
Here we turn around and then we go back. So all this is like trails.
Let me zoom in. Are you guys motorwaying on the cleared portion or in the woods?
In both,
All right,
in the
so let
clear
me-
and then it becomes like wood. I mean, I can take you guys there, I just need,
Well, we'll see what, you know. I'm getting pop ups, you can call us that way.
that whole loop, when we do it in motor, it takes us about 40 minutes.
So it's a big area.
Any idea? All right.
Is
Is there any like landmark where you guys turn right? You're going up here.
No, I mean, okay, if you put it bigger and you shows, I can,
Well, I mean, the thing is, if it's bigger, then it's hard for you to see. I was trying to zoom in for you, so you can.
but anyway, we can go all the way up to Route 44, so Route 44, that's where we've done this. Where's
Would you want to take a ride with
Route
them?
44?
Yeah, you need the life.
This-
44 is here.
So all this, we do
Yeah,
that.
she's a way to do that.
We do that all in no time.
Okay.
And 2 times we crossed even 44 and we kept going to the power line.
Well, this is all power.
Yeah, that's where we were. But this was only, bueno, me, I only did it 2 times. 1 time with Pavel and 1 time only with Pavel.
You know, she's got it.
So this is property that you and Fotus have been on,
Yeah.
but are you saying that you have no specific knowledge that Jennifer Dulos' body is in here? You don't know?
I mean, I can tell you where we ride motor, but
I mean,
I
let me
never
ask-
saw Fotis.
Is there anything else about this area that you can tell us? Because this is quite an expansive tract. And
It takes us 40 minutes.
so 40 minutes round trip.
Yes, and we're back in the house cleaning the motor.
Okay, and how, I mean, I confess you guys going on a motorcycle, you going like, you're going through the woods, so I don't know, so I don't know how fast.
No, I do.
30, 40?
No, yeah, 30, 35
Okay.
at the moment.
So 20 minutes out is at approximately 30 miles an hour is basically,
In the gravel, when we go in between the woods, a little bit less because I
Right,
fall,
you know,
he falls, there's rocks,
Okay.
we sometimes stop, move a log.
is there anywhere if you were to hide something, like a body,
That's like a paradise.
is there, it's like, how, what do you say a paradise?
And so it's big, anywhere you can put someone. It like,
In what, like a cave, in a hole, in the water? Any idea? Let me ask you a very simple question. What do you think happened to Jennifer Dulos?
where you said, you
No,
guys,
no, no.
okay, what I know, and I've seen in the newspaper that she got
No,
in the garage.
no, they're asking you for only your knowledge. Not what you read in the newspaper, not what you think
And I think that she's still somewhere, hiding. Pero bueno, you guys said that you find blood, so obviously she's not hiding from who. What Fotis have told me that in the past, before they were married, I don't know when, how many years, she fought with her parents and she disappeared and she moved to Aspen. And she got an inherit of an aunt of $3 million. And she lived like for 3 years in Aspen. And she changed her name to Jennifer Bay, which I still receive in the house,
Okay.
magazines with
Michelle, let me
her.
ask you a question.
Then,
Let me ask you a question. You have how many children?
mine.
And then Nicole, she's 12.
Yes.
Would you ever leave your 12-year-old daughter, listen, would you ever leave and go hide and not tell your 12-year-old daughter where you are? Why not?
Because I'm a healthy person, I won't do that.
Okay. Because she would be very sad, right?
It's something that doesn't even cross my mind,
It wouldn't even occur to you to do that.
no,
Because Jennifer has 5 children
yes.
and other family members. Do you think, why would she go hide and not tell them for a period of time where she is and that she's sick?
Can I talk about the report?
No,
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 because
listen, wait a minute, the question was.
my question is,
The
my
question
only
was-
answer that I can give is because from my understanding, she has a borderline personality
She
disorder.
got that information from Fotus.
And this is a man who killed his wife,
From
so.
Fotis,
She thought he was confirmed.
yes, I got it.
And it happened.
Our impression of Fotus
Yes, I got it
Listen
from
to me,
Fotus
Jennifer.
and there's a.
Listen to me, Jennifer.
John.
Michelle. I'm sorry.
I know, but if you call me Jennifer, exactly.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Jennifer's on my mind,
I know.
okay? Because I worry every day and every night about Jennifer. So I apologize for calling you the name of the person missing now. Boy, that's please. So Michelle, here's the thing. We're here to find out where she is. Okay, we don't think that you're not the one who orchestrated this. Our impression of Fotus is that he is a manipulative, controlling person.
And that's
Who wanted to get rid of, right, based on the information. So,
Everybody's in.
everybody is. I think he wanted to get rid of his wife, and he did that. And we're looking to find her for her family's sake.
Killed the mother of his 5 children.
And we want help from you.
I mean,
Who's to say he could have done to you?
if he can kill the mother of his 5 children,
Could have killed me, I know.
somebody who appears to have been wanting to get back with that mom, according to his phone,
Sorry, I didn't get it.
it said, here he kills the mother of his 5 children. And according to his, from what we hear from other people and his phone, he appeared to have been wanting to get back with
Sure.
that woman.
Who wanted to get back to her?
I thought this one
Fotus, the love of your life. The man,
Said
yeah, the man you sleep with every night.
Text message to her.
Yep. So you think, for 1 second,
So imagine what he would do to you.
so he was trying to set
He
you up?
left his first wife for her.
that?
Was married to her for a long time, had 5 children. 2 sets of twins.
You don't
I
think,
know them, I know them very well.
Yeah.
I know you do. I know you do. Your daughter knows them well too, doesn't she? She had the family that she always wanted with those kids.
Well, not the family that she always wanted because I believe she has a nice family and she's happy.
No, what I mean is other children. She trust me, yes, she has a lovely family with you, her father, your mom, absolutely,
What
cousin.
you're saying, we have the text messages from Fotus to Jennifer. We're going back to March. We have it.
But when March,
We have his phone. We have everything.
I know, but for what?
Michelle, when he tells you, Fotus,
let me tell you something about Fotus.
I didn't know.
yeah, no, it's okay.
Show her friend. We want to tell you something that everyone in this room is probably going to agree. Fotus lies to everyone. And the reason he lies to everyone is he cares about one person in the world, and that's himself. He didn't care about his first wife, he didn't care about his second wife, he doesn't care about you. He says all kinds of things to all kinds of people to get what he wants. Okay? He manipulates, he controls. We have no doubt he did that to you. He lies to you. So I know he did. I'm trying to explain. So he owes you, he feels he owes you nothing. If he could put this murder on you, he would do it in a second. Okay? We don't think that's true. And we want what is fair. Yeah, we really. Your turn to finish, just something next.
Stop, we're talking.
I can't keep on.
When your turn comes back. Michelle, we're not trying to escape, okay? We want you to understand what's going on here. You love a person.
I don't love him anymore. I don't want to love him
You
anymore.
love a person, and have a relationship with a person who loves only one person, and that's himself. He will do anything he can to get out of what he has done. We have no doubt that he has killed his daughter, his wife, Jennifer.
Okay.
We think you have information.
I know you have John, but I can walk the whole world with you. I can take you like a motor, please. I can walk, I can spend a month with you guys. I can do whatever you want, but I didn't do
You
it.
know what I want you to do right now? I want you to stop talking to me and take some breaths. Just take some deep breaths. Okay. Okay. hard to come to the realization of somebody that you care about, what they're really all about. That's what he's about. And he's always been that way. And he will never change.
Michelle, was the shave in his head, was that his idea? He asked you to do it? You never did that before?
To him,
Yeah.
I done it to another boyfriend.
Yeah, but from him to him, that was the first time since you've been with him that he ever did that.
No, he's done it before. There's some Father's Day picture, he's in the park with his kids. I think it was in 2017, he also had his head completely
Okay.
shaved. And I think there's a picture.
But for you shaving his head.
For you,
I know that person, I did it
Okay.
to him, yes.
Yeah, and he's asking him.
Yes, he asked me that.
you know, that's
We made fun of it, it was something.
you didn't know what
What is
no,
that?
right,
Right.
but that was the first time he asked you to do it. Other times he did it to himself.
He done it in a barber shop.
Right.
He comes, but it wasn't that short, that's true. Not that short, but that short was my fault, that I put that thing,
He was bald.
yes, less than you.
He was bald like who? Like Pavel?
No, then I've always met him without hair.
Fotus was very similar bald
Like
to the way Pavel was, right? When you shaved his head, or was it more like me?
Or more like Ken.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, like when I shaved it, it was like him, but he has gray hair. So it doesn't, you look like you have more hair than him.
Yeah, well, I had a lot when you first met me. I finally shaved it up.
We don't think you.
No, I think I met you like that.
It was like this.
I don't remember.
Don't worry about it.
We're not saying you knew why he was asked for you to shave his head, but it's important for us to know that was the first time he asked
Yes,
you. Okay?
it was.
Okay.
So these are the kinds of things that can help us. Can I ask you something else, Michelle? I know I kind of cross all the first, but that Friday, when Jennifer was reported missing, when you were at church, you saw Fotus in the early morning hours. That whole day, you find it's kind of odd that he didn't call you at all? Did you talk to him all day? Is that odd too? Because let me tell you, we have phone.
20 times, and there are days that we talk zero.
Did you try calling him that day and ask him where he was?
No, I don't do that. I mean, in my head, he's in the office, but again, it wasn't
Okay.
for what you say.
And what did you do the next day?
Me,
You and Fotus?
at 9, we had a meeting with Rania and the couple. Like for an hour, he explained all the process of work, blah, blah, blah. I showed the maps, I brought my computer because his computer wasn't supposed to be working for the server. I got into the server with my computer. We showed them the map of the whole of another project in that Fotus budget for this lot here. And they were from the whole residence. And then he said I have to go because he was supposed to leave his kids at 11. And Rania took them to the lot, an 80 mountain.
And this is Saturday, 25th?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And Fotis left, and I stopped in CVS to buy a gift card for Nicole's birthday girl, a $25 credit card. Then I drove to Edna Walker. At 11:30 we were there, and Nicole with all her friends, they got into a bus.
So let's stop there. What did Fotus do for the rest of the day on Saturday?
Well, he supposedly was with the police, with his lawyer.
You figured if your mother and your 5 kids were missing, you would want to help your children out and give them everything, anything. Maybe you can help out where she is. Fotus did not do that. Fotus actually was extremely uncooperative with this whole thing. So
He's done nothing.
He hasn't talked.
He said a word. He won't say a word.
So he told you he was going to talk to the police?
No.
No, okay. He just
might get a lawyer.
He thought
He
he
told
would.
me, no. He told me, because the night before he talked to Lauren and he said, we have to meet at 11 I don't know where, they were meeting with the kids and Puebla, which is the supervisor. So we supposedly drove. At some point he called me. I don't know if he was already with Jacob. And
Who's Jacob?
Jacob,
lawyer.
it was his lawyer. And he said we're going to the police because the police called me to testify, to help or to I don't know what.
Which is normal for a missing mom, when you go to find out.
Yes, and supposedly he went, I don't know, I wasn't there, and he went with Jacob.
But you would think that he would drop whatever he was doing the minute he heard that the mother of his 5 kids was missing, he'd get his ass where he should be down in the
He wanted to go to
game.
New York, but I don't know who told him, you cannot come here, better stay. I don't know if it was Jacob or Mike Rose.
Yeah, that's all right, that's.
Bueno, that this conversation I did listen because we were in the office at the end of the office talking, he was.
Now,
Then the police called me 2 times and Jacob
you
said.
dumping trash in Hartford the day before was extremely bizarre, right? And then the next day, Jennifer's missing and it's all in the
No,
news.
that day we found out at 8:20 that the police came to the house.
Okay, did you look back for yesterday and say, you know what? We're dumping trash all over the city of Hartford. No. Well, I didn't see Fotus yesterday. Why are, it's not piecing in your mind?
This morning,
Things like that.
doesn't make the connection.
Okay.
I don't
No,
think
it's
I
not
should have ended that way. No, I don't think like that. Maybe I'm stupid,
No, you're trusting and that's understandable.
You're loyal girlfriend.
Cross it off him. I mean, like, it doesn't cross in my mind that I'm sleeping with someone that is thinking of killing someone. Like, if I would have, I would have not been there, like with my daughter.
Well, not only did you think about it while you were sleeping with him, he involved you in the cleanup.
Yeah.
Well, that's like even worse. Like, I hate him because of that.
He got you in trouble. According to what you're telling us, and what could be the case, the only reason
But I was cleaning the house. I wasn't cleaning
the only
Jennifer.
reason you even got arrested, according to your story, was because of Fotus.
Yes, of
Right,
course.
right.
Who else?
Going back to that Friday, to that
Yes.
24th. Do you know where Fotus's phone was in the morning?
It was picked up,
Would he, would
He
he,
fought it, I guess.
would he normally have his phone with him? Doesn't he carry?
Yes and no.
We kind of talked
A
about this.
lot, yes, but sometimes he leaves them. He's very.
Well, listen, he has a business. It's a big money business. He has a phone, business phone, and the business phone is his cell phone. Doesn't he normally carry that cell phone with him to accept business calls? Because his wife is missing doesn't mean his business is it's ended, right? Right?
Yes.
All right, so Saturday, wouldn't he have his phone with him?
He didn't have it. No,
I'm
I
asking
him on
you.
Saturday.
On Friday. On Friday, wouldn't you expect him to have his phone with him? Because it's
But
just,
he didn't have it.
first things first.
So listen to the question,
Wouldn't, on
please.
Friday, when
Yes.
you didn't know where he was,
Yes.
wouldn't you expect to have his phone? Have his phone be with him?
Yes.
Okay. What if we said it wasn't with him? What if we said it was at the house?
In the house.
Right.
All day.
What if we said that? Is that would that be unusual? That he left his phone behind?
all day.
For the time,
Well,
kind of around
if
the
you put it
murder,
like that, yes, but.
that would be unusual?
Yes.
Okay, does he, when you call him, does he normally pick up? Unless he's busy?
Or he left the phone
Okay.
in the pond, and he comes back and then he said, oh, come with me and let's pick up the phone because I left.
So the pattern for Fotus is to generally have the 8625 cell phone with him, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know his number by memory.
Okay, it's the business phone.
The only one
It's
that I
the
know.
AT&T phone.
It's an
Okay, so
860.
478-8625. That's the one on the Ford Group business
Yes,
site,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
The one on the Ford Group
Yes.
business site. So if he doesn't have that phone with him, that is unusual?
Probably would say yes,
Okay.
but he has left it in the past. He leaves.
So when he leaves it in the past, he leaves it and says, oh, Michelle, I left my phone, we have to go back and get it. And he realizes it within a half hour or an hour. Not 6 hours, right?
No, not 6
Or in
hours.
this case,
Does he get a lot
14
of
hours.
Does he get a lot of phone calls throughout the day? How often does his phone ring?
Well, right now
Once
it's
an
been
hour?
slow,
Like once an hour?
I don't know by hours because I don't
This
check,
is,
but
wait, this is
I
an
know, but-
approximation, like how many phone calls?
like right now I know that the business is going slow, so he doesn't get as much as
So how many
like
calls
he
do you think
talks-
he would get?
during the day.
During the morning?
No, I don't know, I don't.
Would he get at least one?
Well, yes, at least one,
Okay.
I guess.
But
I
you're-
believe yes.
You're his significant other, he's got guys out on job sites down in New Canaan, these guys aren't calling him saying, hey,
But
boss.
I'm not in the, I'm
No, I
not
know,
on the
but-
phone with
Well,
him.
for example, this case alone, I work in this case, I'm on my phone all the time, my significant other's phone, Jesus, you're on the phone a lot, because I'm working. That's what
But
this is.
when are you talking, because I don't understand.
Um,
On Friday?
Yes, right.
No, so these patterns of behavior, of this selfishness.
Anything. So
Yes.
you're gonna spend Tuesday with Fotus, you're gonna go to breakfast, you're gonna hang out, he's not gonna work, he's gonna spend the day with you.
No.
He doesn't do that? Okay.
A Tuesday to hang out and have breakfast? No. On a
Doesn't-
Saturday or Sunday? Probably yes.
Is his phone ringing Saturday or Sunday?
Yes.
This is his regular patterns of behavior, we're just looking for
He
behaviors.
talks over the phone.
Yeah.
Like how often? I cannot tell you. He received 100. He's not
No.
like in a stock market.
Has there been times when you're out to dinner with them or you're having breakfast and, I hang out, the guys are calling me at the job site, they wanna know if,
Each time he talks, he
Right,
walks. He
right.
walks all over the house,
Okay.
and not over all the house.
this is
Because
good.
the house has bad reception. So he either goes to
One
his
spot.
office,
One spot.
Right.
the kitchen, or outside the house. Those are like the 3 best spots to talk in for Jefferson.
When he arrived home that morning or that afternoon, Friday 24th, did he mention his phone at all?
No.
Did he ask you where it was? Did he mention you that he had left it at home?
No.
Did he ask you if you got any phone
And
calls?
he actually called me like at 1, I have it down, like at 1:30 something, he called me.
He called you to say what?
I don't remember, like he called
Thought
me
he
for.
walked in and you wanted to go.
But you remember the time that he called you, but you don't remember.
Okay, after,
And even me and my daughter, and even him, where are you? I'm in the office, oh, I'm in the house, like, even inside the house, we call each other.
It's a big
because
house.
It's a big house, so it's,
absolutely.
for me, that's normal to say, even with my
So you didn't
daughter.
make any calls to him that morning?
No, I didn't.
No. Oh, well, okay. So we go
And
back
when
in
he's
here.
with, when he's with the kids, I cannot call,
So
so
here's-
obviously I'm used to not
Well,
talking
here's
to
what-
him during the day.
So here's what we do, is we do have phone records, dating back, I can't give you the exact date, we have a lot of phone records. We have your phone records, we have Fotus's phone records, we have Fotus's second phone records.
Second?
He's got another phone. So,
You didn't know he had
even though you have another phone, the phone that, when we took you guys to the Litchfield State Police with all that stuff, that phone,
No, he bought a phone with Jacob on Saturday, when the police took his phone.
That's
or
not
this is what
entirely-
he told
that's
me.
not true.
He
So
told
that's
me
another
Jacob,
lie you told you.
he told me Jacob bought me a phone.
No,
That's
a
very
lie.
It's the
nice.
same stuff.
Michelle, that's a
Okay,
balls,
I'm telling you
no,
what
I'm
he
just
told me,
saying,
like,
yeah,
I'm just
I
telling
agree
you.
with you.
He had that number in his name prior to this. So would it be,
Is it a 208, 20,
203.
I don't remember.
The 203.
If you check my phone, I have 2 numbers for him. He used to have one that I don't know, and that one, I think he gave that line to Petros. But when the mom took the phone, I don't know if he stayed with that line. But I never saw that phone or that line, or I've never
so
told
we have the, like, the US Marshals and the FBI condensing all of your call records. So it's gonna be, what you're saying is normally you wouldn't talk to Fotus, you wouldn't text him or call him throughout these hours of days because he's working. You guys don't do that normally? Is this gonna be the only day that you haven't been calling him?
No, there are other days we don't talk
Okay.
during the day.
Okay,
And especially when he's on the weekend with the
yeah,
with the kids, because he's with the kids,
Yeah.
we don't even talk.
right.
And on Wednesdays, when he's in the afternoon with the kids, we don't even talk. Like we started sending one text like, "What are you guys with the are you with the kids?" Like something like that.
Well, he did leave his phone at home that morning. The morning that Jennifer went missing. Does that strike you as unusual?
Oh, I didn't see the phone, but yes, probably it's weird.
What time does Fotus usually put his head down at night to go to bed? Is he a late night guy? Is he honest?
Very late.
Okay, what does he do at night? Usually, what's his routine?
Just gonna pause it at 1:43:44. The defendant indicated to you that she did not see Mr. Dulos' cell phone, is that correct?
That is correct.
Did there come a point in time, specifically August 13th, 2019, where you had an opportunity to speak with the defendant again?
Yes.
What did she tell you about Mr. Dulos' cell phone on August 13th?
She indicated to us that on Friday, May 24th, Fotus Dulos' phone was in the office of the court group.
And did she speak with you about anything she did with the phone?
Yes.
What did she say about that?
The phone rang and she answered it.
So keep playing at this.
It probably is a good idea to just take a 10-minute break at this time and come back at 12:25, and then we will go all the way until 1 o'clock. Please do not discuss the case.
Yes, Judge.
All rise. This honorable Superior Court now stands in recess.
Counsel stipulate, please.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we'll resume playing at 1:43:47.
We can wait for Detective.
Oh,
Kimball.
sorry.
I'll watch you something.
What time usually would you guys fall asleep? Like for me, I go to bed at 2.
11, I don't know, like 11:30. Sometimes I go up
Yeah.
because I'm uncomfortable. Sometimes he stays. Lately, mostly because of the divorce and the thing, he hasn't been sleeping at all.
So that Thursday night.
I went to sleep with my daughter.
Right, you said that was at 12:30 a.m., right? 12:30?
12:59.
12:59 a.m.
Yes,
So-
and he was sleeping with me.
He was sleeping next to you in bed. What time did you guys go to bed that night? Approximately. You don't have to give us exact time.
8:30, 11:30
11:30?
to 12, let's
And
say.
he's in bed and you're in bed. You guys have your nightstands, I'm assuming, tablets, whatever people lay in bed, are you guys phone scrollers at night? You know, like on Facebook or reading the news? Does he do that at night?
He's a lot in his Facebook and Instagram.
On his phone or on his tablet? So you guys are laying in bed, right? And you're next to him.
No, he uses, lately, he's been bringing his computer watching us movies.
Okay.
Because
You know what he did that Thursday night? Was he have his phone in the bedroom? Was he?
usually
hanging
the
out?
phone, he puts it in the window that it's next. In the bed, I sleep in the side coming in, and he sleeps in the one close to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he puts his phone on that window that is going towards the back. That's where he charges his phone. Me, I charge it next to the.
Do you remember what he did on that Thursday night? Was he laying in bed on his phone next to you? Or was he, I mean, if you can
I
remember.
think
I
it
know
was
it's-
him. I don't remember him.
What time does he usually wake up in the morning? 'Cause-
He a lot
Usually.
at 6:40, but he wakes up, and a lot lately. He's been waking up around 4:35
In the morning.
in the morning, and I don't know.
What are you doing while he's up? You stay in bed?
I get upset and I
Is
say,
he getting loud, changing?
He's
Yeah.
very loud.
The couples thing, you know, someone's loud in the morning.
Yes, and when I cannot stand it, I go to Nicole's room.
That morning, did that
No,
happen?
because I was in Nicole's
That's
room.
right.
I mean, I don't know what happened in that room.
And then, secondly, does he own a pair of Converse, like the sneakers like you have on? Does he own the guy's version of those?
He
Shoes.
has Converse, I don't know, but it's another brand, black.
Like similar to those?
Yes,
A different brand, but black?
I think they're golden goose ones. Yes,
And he was wearing what when you saw him downstairs on that Friday morning calling
pair
out?
of jeans and a light shirt.
Shoes.
He has a lot of like similar to that one that you're wearing, so it could be that one, it could be one like this, or like with, it was light.
And as far as you can remember, Michelle, that was the first time you saw him, so you don't know if he was wearing something different at that time. When you were, during that morning, that Friday morning, do you know what car, was there a car missing? From, he has 3 cars?
Well, usually they sleep all the cars inside the garage.
Okay.
So the way we usually park,
But Friday morning, do you know if one of the, you have the Suburban, the Raptor?
Cherokee that I
Sure.
drove, that I parked next to the
was
garbage can.
there.
Yeah, that's the
But
one I
you
drove.
did, when you took the
And
call
I
to the
don't-
school.
Yes, and I don't know why I think in my head that the Suburban was there, but maybe I'm making it up.
Okay, so you're not sure if the Suburban was there when you were taking Nicole to school, right?
No, I thought in my head, and I think I told them yes that I saw the car, but now I'm doubting.
Right. Okay, was the Raptor there?
Well, the Raptor sleeps on the other, there's another 2 other garage, and I don't go there if I don't have to,
Okay.
where the motos are.
But you said before that you'll take whatever vehicles are left over, right?
Yeah, but in this case, I took the Cherokee.
Yeah, and the Suburban could have been there.
It could have. I mean, obviously, for me, the best car to use is the Cherokee. because it's a more like little.
Yeah.
The Raptor I hate, but I have to use it a lot. And the Suburban, I don't like it, but man, if there's
When
nothing,
did the damage happen on the Suburban?
that was me. I crashed it.
Would you remember when?
Yes, Friday before the 24th, I went with Petu. We went down to Massachusetts for a flea market. There was a big flea market. It was raining and in
Brimfield? In Brimfield, Mass?
it was like an hour away from Farmington. Yes, it's a big one. It's
A couple miles long?
sorry.
A couple miles long?
Yes, you just walk like a road and there were like tents. It was raining, disgusting. But my friend, she has a store, so she buys things and they do restorations of furniture. She and her partner, they do. And so on the way back, like around 2, I was on the right line to get exit 67, and a girl with a Toyota, a blue Toyota, obviously didn't look, and she turned, and I put the brakes, and I didn't stop.
So after the accident, you came home, and when did you plan to get it fixed?
That was Friday, the crash. Saturday, Sunday closed. Monday morning, Manfred, the girl's insurance calls me, and we arranged. They said we're gonna send you an email so you can take the pictures of the car to do a quote. So I did that, and they say it takes 24 hours for the quote to arrive. Then they said you didn't put I think it was the registration, so I sent the registration. So anyway, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, I spoke with insurance. They said that yes, and they sent me the quote, 600 and something. Then I called, because they said we can give you the body shop, or if you have someone in mind. Fotus said use Davidson. So I called Chevrolet Davidson in Hampton. They said I can give you a time for after Memorial on Tuesday morning.
So you dropped it off on Tuesday?
Yes, in the morning, like around 8:45. I called Enterprise. We arranged the cars, and then, Tuesday I dropped off Nicole. I came back home, and then I went to take the car, and they gave me another car, but Fotis said, please ask for an 8-seat car because he was supposed to see the kids.
Oh. Since his intention was to go see his children.
Yes, so that's
His wife, is that soon to be ex-wife is
yes, because that was Tuesday that I took.
After.
Yes, and then the girl gave me another car, I don't know the brand, but you guys can call them. And so I drove to the house, and she came like around 1, and we exchanged cars. She got me a Yukon, similar to the Suburban. Well, that's the car that I was driving.
Yeah. And now you have the studio.
Well, I rented because Andy said to get rid of the car, don't have anything to do with Fotis. We were staying in the hotel where you guys arrested us. I'm in the same hotel. I changed rooms, and I got out of the Fotis account or points, and I changed them, and I'm staying there for a moment until the 12th, until I know, because I have no house, no car, no nothing.
So you're upset with Fotis
Yes, of course.
because he implicated you in this whole mess?
Because of that, because of what you told, I don't know.
What's what's the biggest thing that's upsetting you?
The problem that
Is it your house? What's upsetting you?
Not house.
Okay, is it your relationship's over with Fotis? Is that what's
No,
happening?
it's like
Is it
the
that-
whole thing that I can be in prison because of him.
What's the thing that's getting to you most right now?
That I
Which
can,
part?
that I can be like access or I don't remember what's the title because of him.
That you could be in jail because of him?
Yes.
Does it upset you that
Bueno, of
Jennifer
course
does-
him.
does
Bueno, and yes, everything, but it's in a mix. Like obviously I have to see myself right now, and I'm
Absolutely.
worried that I have a daughter and I can be in a jail for I don't know.
we don't want that to happen?
Me either.
No.
Me either.
We're actually trying to keep that. Right.
to minimize whatever kind of jail time you're facing. You have to break away fully though from the idea that you and Fotus are together.
Yeah,
That's rack your brain.
No, but you have to understand it, like, it's hard for me to see this person that supposedly was, because with me, well, at least I never felt that he did, he never hit me, he never talked aggressively to me. Yes, we have fights as couples, but I'm also very dominant when it comes to a fight. I don't let myself down because I don't want that. I don't know, I was in Colorado, and one night I didn't call him because Nicole's dad and I, we were having a conversation. The next day the text is like, you're a liar, tell me where to take your things, or where to send your things, and send me my 2 pairs of skis. And I said, what are you talking about? And I got so upset, I said, yes, put them in a container and send them here to Colorado. And then 3 hours after, he was calling, oh, I'm sorry, I know I was upset. And that's all in the texts. If you can see them in my WhatsApp.
We have no doubt that's who he is, that's what he's about.
Okay, but I didn't know that at this
How about the conversations after Friday, after Jennifer's disappearance? How was his demeanor towards you? Was there any headbutting going on? This stuff is starting to break the news. Like you said in your last meeting, there's cops on your road. So what is your conversations with him during this? Honestly, excuse my husband.
Yes, I said, this is enough, this is too much, this divorce has really gone completely out of control. I'm fed up. After this is finished and she appears, I'm leaving. I'm going to Colorado. I really don't want to be involved anymore. It's been 2 years of torture, of courts, and upset, and I'm not used to this. And my life has never been in conflict. And since I met you and I moved to Colorado, to Connecticut, it's been like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. And how did he respond to that?
And he's like, everything's gonna be okay, don't worry, I'm sorry, please don't leave me, this is gonna get better, don't worry, we're gonna go through this,
So he keeps talking about we, and he keeps asking you not to leave him, right? Right?
Yes.
Why do you think he's doing that? I'll tell you why I think he's doing it. Because he knows that you have information that if you're away from him, separated from him, that's gonna get him in. That's what we're here to find out. He is keeping you with him to control you and to make sure that you don't give up some information accidentally.
He said
that shows you.
It could be information that you don't even know. You don't know about, so we're trying to extract it out of you.
So in his mind, he said what to you?
In his mind, when I heard that, I thought he loved me and that he wanted to be with me, Nicole and his 5 kids, and be all together and supposedly, I don't know, the thing I don't understand, there's a report that supposedly was favorable for him, and he was happy about that, for what I understand.
That's when you have a lot of money, you can hire a lot of attorneys to report the divorce stuff. I mean, that's just.
Was that the latest
report? With her site stuff? I mean.
There was a psychology and evaluation test done through Dr. Herman, which he interviewed me when I was in Colorado through Skype.
Yeah.
And apparently that report that they sealed it, and I spoke with my close, they were driving, saying that this report came very favorable. And he was happy about the report, so that's why it doesn't make, and he was like, we're gonna get the kids, I'm gonna have the kids, legal custody, so he actually.
Painting a really nice picture for you guys.
Yes.
And he said, don't, I don't remember the words, but don't be surprised that soon you're gonna be mother of 6.
Well,
how do you feel about that? I'm like, oh, I know the kids, they're super nice kids. They're super, of course I'm gonna I love them because.
When was that? When did he say that to you? Don't be surprised that you're gonna be the mother of 6.
When he got the report, I'm talking about when the report came out.
How long ago was that?
Was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks before?
You guys can have, do you have the
Yeah,
report?
no, just.
When did that report came out? It was before Greek Easter, so it was before the 28th of April.
April 28th?
No,
before that.
Before, because the 28th of April was Easter. My family came all the way from Miami and since in Ohio, Cincinnati, to spend Easter, and it was, the report was within that week, because he told everybody he was super happy. We even did the Greek dance, and he was happy about the report. And my girls came to the East, Greek Easter, and he said everything's gonna be okay. The report came good. Fotus told me that she has like a borderline. We even went to talk to Humphrey, to his.
He's very good at what he does. You have to realize, when he comes to what he told you, it's probably self-serving for him. All right?
Have you ever noticed Jennifer to be unfit with the children?
I never met her.
You've never met her at all?
The only time I saw her, 2 seconds, was in summer of 2017, at some point in August. He had to have the kids with supervised, and the judge gave him permission to have the kids in the pond and with a supervised. And they were supposed, let's say, they had to leave at 12. I don't remember what time. It was from 9 to 12, the activity. And I called him because I was driving, and it was already 12. And I called to say, did they leave? And he said, no, wait, don't come in yet, they haven't left. So I parked outside the pond in the road, under a tree. And all of a sudden, a minute later, a Suburban comes. It was dark window, I didn't see, and all of a sudden gets really close, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna hit my mirror. And when I looked, Jennifer was with a phone like this, trying to take a picture of me. So I saw that, and then I realized that it was her. So I went like this, like around her, and I went inside the pond. And I think there was a motion that I was supposed that I was in the pond there, which is not true. I was never in the pond. I was outside in public road. But she, for what Fotus told me, she made a motion that Mrs. Troconis was in the pond, and I saw the kids. Anyway, that's what Fotus told me.
Michelle, I wanted, you have to have a shift in your thinking, okay? Who's the gentleman sitting right here? Okay. Why is he here? He's here, whose interest is he serving?
Mine.
Right. We actually are trying to kind of serve yours as well.
But Jennifer.
And Jennifer. Okay. Whose interest does Fotus serve?
What?
Who's Fotus interested in?
In himself.
In himself. So everything that Fotus has told you is suspicious? I'm not saying everything's a lie, but everything is suspect. And probably a lot of it is false, and it's to serve himself. So you have to listen first to your attorney, and then you have to listen to us through your attorney. You're trying, right. So when you talk about things that Fotus has told you, you have to really suspect what. Okay. So who is Fotus good friends? Who are his best friends? His like right hand.
Mark.
Okay.
Marcielo. That he lives in Providence.
Names.
And then Andreas.
Okay.
That he's a Greek. And he lives
Are
in
these workers?
No, friends.
They're here in the United States, or are they?
Mark, yes, he lives in Providence, and they went to Rome together, but they met way before because of the water ski world. And they, I think, Fotis said him, they're friends from like 18 years old. Andreas, the last name is Greek, it's
Is he here? Is Andreas?
No, he lives in Greece. Andreas was here, in December.
Here's what I'm trying to get at. And I'm not saying you have any information about specifics of Jennifer's disappearance, but if Fotus wanted to hurt Jennifer, and he wanted help, or he needed help, who might he use to help him?
Well, his best friend is Mark and Andreas. Andreas lives in Greece.
And
I guess he's
Mark
here.
lives in Providence?
And Mark lives in Providence. And he's also going through a divorce, and they laugh about it because they say that they're going through the same. And he actually, his trial ended over what they needed. I don't know what they went to mediate. I don't know about the court things, but he said that he was over with his case, with his divorce. And
What about Kent?
Kent is the lawyer
Right.
of ROKU.
Okay.
So Ken and Fotus are kind of business partners, he's a lawyer, it's his business.
Bueno, Fotis always said Kent is a nice guy. I worked with him all my life, and he's the
Did you ever meet Kent's wife?
no.
Do you know if Fotos ever communicated with Kent's wife?
Yes, they were communicating because supposedly, which I think it's weird, the wife apparently put like a rape case against Kent.
Yes.
And then Fotis, like a week, like or 3 weeks ago, told me that Kent and the wife want to go back. I'm like, well, how did they want to go back?
Has Fotus ever talked to Kent's wife? That's what we're asking. That you would know. Is there a reason why you would do that? Why Fotus would talk to Kent's wife?
I don't know if they know each other.
Well, they met.
Oh, they did?
Oh, in public.
In public?
Yeah, he was even inviting her to your house.
When?
In the last couple months leading up to when, just before Jennifer went missing. To come over and be intimate. In your house. He even met out with her at a bar. Trying to work back, to get Kent back with his wife.
No, that, I remember he saying, Kent wants me to talk to the wife, so for them to get, but they can't because he has a restraining whatever,
You can't
and
have
they
contact.
cannot, exactly.
So you're aware of that?
No, yes, but I didn't know that he wanted
The
to
intimate
have.
part, right? You didn't know about that.
He was asking her to come to your home, where you lived with Fotis, to be intimate with her husband,
To be intimate with Ken?
yes, correct, with Ken, to be intimate with Ken. So,
No.
Ken and his wife, no, not with Fotis. Ken and Ken's wife would be intimate in your home.
Okay, no, I didn't.
Yeah, so, sorry for that confusion.
So, I mean, that's again, that's another thing about Fotis that we have just found out that you didn't know about. There's always a little bit of
I
truth in
knew
every
that
lie.
the Kent wasn't a divorce or a
So there's-
restraint.
So there's always a little bit of truth with the lie. So he told you the little bit of the truth was that he has to call her, but the whole truth is that he was a little bit of a different motivation. We're just trying to show you that he's not the person that you
You
thought.
guys know more than me.
Not always, not in the important stuff. Like where's Jennifer? Really not.
Actually, it should be the opposite. I should be interviewing you.
The dumpster on 80 Mountain Spring.
Sorry?
There was a dumpster on 80 Mountain Spring, in that property. That was for sale, there was a dumpster there?
Now, no.
Not now, but there was.
Yeah, a long time
A
ago.
long time
Like
ago,
when they
any
finished-
dumpsters recently on that property? You know, for cleanup and last minute stuff?
No, the way we've been always cleaning it for the last year, it's been in between the cleaning ladies and us and me.
And there's no dumpster on site for debris?
There's no, like the big
Yeah,
dumpster.
like a regular, just, you know, little
No, there,
5-yard
no,
dumpster.
no. They, after the, because they
After
cost,
the construction,
they
houses
cost
built.
like, I don't know, I think my budget is like $5,000 and they,
That's too much for Fotis?
I don't know, I'm just
Maybe you
saying
should-
that, and he puts it in a budget and that's what I see, and then when everything, the construction is out, he returns them. I don't know, listen, I don't work for Ford. I was helping him.
Yeah.
Because I have my rods, I have my daughter, and it's just because I have time to do things, and I cannot be just sitting around. But he doesn't pay me, I wasn't an employee, I did help him with photos, with all that, because I like that.
So you guys live in arrangements, right? He's got his bank accounts, you guys,
No, I
it's
don't
all
have.
separate? Does he
Separate.
give you money regularly?
The
Does he-
only thing I have is a credit card that I use for supermarket and gas. Then, if I have to buy something for Nicole, for myself, my insurance, my cell phone, my expenses of my home in Colorado, my Nicole's school, if I do my hair,
That's all.
that's all my money.
What is, okay.
Fotis doesn't get, when we travel, yes, he pays
He
for the
takes care
travel,
of it, yeah.
for the tickets.
Right.
But then the rest, like when I'm in Colorado, I pay for everything. We don't have bank accounts together. I only have A credit card, I can give it to you, I don't want it anymore.
If you don't, I don't wanna get too finances, but on any given week,
This is
how
the
much,
only
do you have a
card.
savings and a checking, or is it, you would be, yeah? Like, how are you financially? You're on your own.
I'm on my own with my
Very,
card.
very good, or you just,
No,
you know,
no,
me, I can
no.
say, there's been times I live paycheck to paycheck, it is what it is.
No,
You know, are you?
when I'm complicated, I ask my mom,
Yeah, absolutely.
yes. I don't mind.
No, we're just trying to get a handle on the relationship,
But you
the
can
dynamics
have-
of your relationship, and,
No, we don't have anything in common, nothing.
okay.
So when Fotus goes to visit the children, and he goes for a supervised visit, Jennifer is usually in the area or there.
Sorry, again?
When Fotus goes to visit
In
his
Canada.
children, yeah, in New Canaan, and for the supervised visits, and Jennifer's there. How does that make you feel?
From my understanding, they weren't talking or sending messages or nothing for the past 2 years. It's always been with the supervisor, and from what he tells me, it's like, oh, she didn't give me the kids because instead of one, it was two, and apparently it's always chaotic. That's what he always told me. And that they only communicate with a family wizard plan, that because it's seen by everybody, and if it's through mail, they copy paste, they CC their lawyers, and I think me. That was the communication that he always said that he had. Now, after that report, for what he told me, they started having communications by phone. That she called him and she was like, well, I want to fix this. This is not working out. This has taken too long. This is what he told me. Then he said that apparently in one of the conversations, he said, do you know that your lawyer is milking you? Because, I mean, this report was to be favored to you, and he was the one who wanted her to be in the case. And he was the one pushing for me to go to New York and talk. And I was the one, I think for what he told me, he put a motion to not have her. So apparently she said like, yeah, I get it. I think I'm bringing a friend of mine that is a lawyer. And that apparently, saying what he said, that Jennifer was getting it, that, what's the name of Ruben, I think it's the name of our lawyer, was kind of like, taking advantage of the money and making this case long. This is what Fotis told me. That was like one day of conversation. Then apparently they went to Fotis had the kids on a Saturday, and they went to a fair in New Canaan, where they have rides and all that, with the supervisor. And apparently Jennifer went with them. I don't know, that's what he told me. My upsetness was that she's manipulating, she knows she's gonna lose the kids. Be careful, because if she really has borderline and depression and all the things that the report, supposedly for what he said, is true, she's playing you for this. So let the legal stuff work. Now you have the power to work with the legal system. If that's true, that the report is okay, and Mihan was saying, I'm concerned about the kids, this is all what Fotis. I never spoke with Mihan, I've never seen the judge, I've never seen Ruben, I've never seen any of these people. And because he was so like, no, don't worry, it's been nice, she's actually being very nice, she's being cooperative. I'm like, okay, I said, I want to talk to the therapist, because this is not normal. For me, she's making like a plan. And we went to talk to Henry 2 times.
Together or separately?
Together. Fotis and I with Henry sitting in front. And he's in West Hartford, Henry. And we explained the situation, so he said, Michelle, you stay out. If the kids come to the house, you don't mention Jennifer, don't talk bad, but try your best to, and if the kids mention, listen, and Fotis, you have to manage the situation, and you, Fotis, have to deal with all the divorce and everything. Okay. What I didn't know, and I told Andy yesterday, I think. The Wednesday before she disappeared, that Friday, he goes supposedly to Grace Farms. When he goes to Grace Farms, usually I help him cook the food for the kids. That day I had to pick up Nicole, so I said, go to buy food in the Capo. So apparently he called the Capo and ordered salad and I don't know what else. And he goes, in my mind, Grace Farms. I go with Nicole and Kim and Lauren, a friend of Nicole's and the mom. We go to Ichiro, to a Japanese restaurant in West Hartford to eat. And then we went to Icy Rose, and I get home at 9:30. He was already in the house. And so how was it? How was the kids? Good. We played basketball. It was amazing seeing them. They all say hi. Okay. That stayed there. On Saturday or Sunday, when he's talking to Jacob on the phone, Jacob said, Fotus, you have to be very precise how you write, like a timeline. That's why we started writing the timeline.
Well,
Because
it's just interesting that Hartford wasn't in the timeline. And it's just interesting that Hartford was not in the timeline, dumping trash. That's pretty interesting.
No, but this is, wait, but let me go
I'm
back.
just throwing it out there, this is kind of why we're all looking at this.
Jacob says, write down exactly where you guys did on Wednesday night, if you went inside Jennifer's house, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, in my mind. And Fotis goes, no, I did not go in. And he said, make sure, where did you guys eat? And he was like, and it wasn't Puebla, the supervisor, I think it was someone else that day, I don't know. And I'm still listening to him, I'm like, what he's talking about? Like going to Jennifer's house? Like, he didn't tell me that. He told me he was going to Grace Farms. So, all this conversation, and Fotis was like, no, I didn't, but yes, I have the kids, we played, I don't know if a hair went in. And I'm still like, but why I don't understand the house, Jennifer, Grace. So when they hung up, obviously in my mind, I started getting very angry. And I'm like, Fotis, where were you on Wednesday? Because you told me you went to Grace. Oh, I didn't tell you, I went to Jennifer, she bought a basketball arrow or whatever it's called. And we ate outside. Why you didn't tell me? Like, why you have to hide that? Well, because maybe, I don't know, you can get annoyed, you can get worried.
So have you been annoyed and worried in the past? Or is it just that one time?
No, that one time, because supposedly they never had contact. And I got so upset, I grabbed the phone, I threw it on the floor and I said, okay, I mean, you're being very disrespectful for me. And I walked away. He goes, Michi, no, come, let's talk. I don't want to talk, And he goes, please, let's talk. And let me tell you what happened. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know anything about it. It's enough. And I go to Nicole's room. That was the conversation after Jacob, which I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday.
We can stop it right now.
Did Doc go into the house on Wednesday?
Ladies and gentlemen, what we plan to do this afternoon is start at 2:15, and then we'll go to 3:15, take the 15-minute break, and then from 3:30 to 4:30, if there's that much video left. If there isn't, we'll go to 4:45. The court does not know what the order of presentation will be with the state after this video concludes. Nevertheless, again, 2:15 to 3:15 video, 3:30 to 4:30. If there is video, we will watch it at that time. We'll stand in our luncheon recess. Please do not discuss the case.
All rise, this This honorable Superior Court now stands in recess until 2:15.